We're just normal men.
What do you mean, normal men?
We're just innocent men.
It's time for Side Scrollers with me, Stutter and Craig. No, you don't get the 96-ounce Coke Zeros, Blabs.
Yo, my androids, what's up?
And straight from the hood, Phoenix.
It's really enjoyable as an adult male to shit your pants.
And now, broadcasting from our homes around the internet, it's time for Side Scrollers. Oh, welcome out to Side Scrollers on YouTube.com and Rumble.com, and most importantly, friends, especially today, SidescrollersPlus.com. Good to see everybody. Happy Thursday to you. You're over the hump, coasting on into the weekend. Here we are, friends. Oh, that's going to be taken out of context. God damn it. It's the way the internet works. Hello, everybody. Great to see you. Happy Thursday to you. Hello, Blabs.
Craig says inappropriate, 1 minute 15. Hello.
What did I say inappropriate? It was
I don't know. You said you're going to get clipped out of context. So I'm just like, all right, Craig, stupid stuff. There you go.
Yeah,
Anyway,
that
hi,
was
everybody.
yeah, there we go. Anyways, good to see everybody. Glad you're with us, Blabs. How's your day?
It's been really, really busy, but also I have yogurt.
Oh, that's good, everybody. Congratulations. What flavor?
It's strawberry banana.
Ooh, that's not really yogurt. That's more of I'm curious.
It's
Blabs.
literally yogurt. It says Greek yogurt. It's a drinking yogurt. Chug, chug.
How much sugar is in that? Just curious. Take a glance. Let's see if she's as healthy as she thinks she is.
Total sugar is 15 grams.
So I want you to imagine a teaspoon of sugar here, and then dumping that in your mouth. 1.5 of those. That's what you
fine.
get at 15 grams. So you're into that? Okay, sounds good. 15
I
grams
actually
is-
just got my levels taken. I had low sugar yesterday, so
Well, you're going to have high sugar today. I'll tell you what.
Hooray!
Speaking of high sugar, everyone welcome to the show. Everyone's favorite Fox lady. Hello, Kirsha.
Yo.
Hello, Mr. President. A second plane has hit the towers.
Oh, no. Hi, sugar. How are you?
I am drinking a large coffee with sugar in it, so I am also sugared. I can't eat the yogurt for breakfast because it's got the consistency of semen.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
Blabs, is that true?
So that's the show. Bye, everybody. It was so nice to see everyone. Ta-ta, ta-ta.
Look,
Wow.
all I'm saying is if I want that texture, it's coming from the tap. I'm not going to purposely okay? All right?
I can't even have this on stream now. Thanks, Kirsha.
You're
I'll
welcome.
have to turn off my camera every time I want to have a sip.
It's like a man eating a banana in public.
I did not expect for that to go there, but here we are. That
Oh,
is,
dear.
yeah. Oh dear. I love Blabs. Your eyes there were told the story in that situation.
I
and
know
if-
nothing.
And if you could, every time when you drink your drink today, will you also cup it as
No.
well?
No, but you can, and it'll totally be clipped.
Listen, listen. I've been on the internet for 20 years, Blabs. I guarantee if anybody wants to
you
take.
were playing with a hot dog once.
Yeah,
so like,
Blabs. There was a clip of me when I was swinging a hot dog from my
I
from
know.
my waist.
I
Yeah,
saw it for all of 5 seconds, and I was like, I'm good. Thank
Why
you.
a hot dog instead of one of those large linguiça sausages?
I don't know. It was all I had at the time, Kirsha. I don't know. It was some
Unfortunate.
stupid game. Like I was streaming and I had a hot dog tied to my clip and tied to my hip and I was flipping it up.
was very unfortunate for my eyeballs.
Like I care? Do you think I care? Like people are like, look at this idiot. I'm like, dude, I've been on the internet for 20 years. You can find me doing all sorts of stupid shit online, which is
True and
whatever.
fair.
If you care what people think about you on the internet, you're not cut out for the internet. Sorry, that's the truth of the matter. But
True and real.
that's right. Say, I'll tell you what. Very excited to have our friends on today on this VTuber special.
Yeah, speaking of sausages hitting your stomach.
Oh, hi, Rev.
Well, it's been nice being here, guys. I'll see you never again.
Oh no, Strawb, how are you?
I'm feeling things. I don't know what I'm feeling.
We all are. It's been a.
Is it the yogurt or the sausage?
I can't have yogurt. It hurts my tummy.
Oh yes, yogurt does.
Yeah, I don't know why. I just good for you, Blabs, because I like the way it tastes, but I just can't do it.
Yeah,
Strawberry
that's how I
banana.
feel.
Strawberry banana too is like peak. So.
Yep.
In the combo world of flavors, I think strawberry banana is quite possibly the best of all combo
Do
flavors.
you know what I also do sometimes, not in like a drinking yogurt, but like in a normal yogurt, I'll put peanut butter in it. So it's strawberry banana peanut butter.
Okay, that's pretty good. Very Elvis of you. Yeah.
I tried putting like granola in yogurt to see if I
do
can handle
love
the
granola in
texture,
yogurt.
and it's like, I wish I could, because it tastes so good, man.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do that with cereal instead. So instead of granola, I put cereal in my yogurt.
I like Reese's Puffs.
And it's banana cereal with banana and strawberry yogurt. Ugh, so banana.
Reese's Puffs are good, but I've been having Raisin Bran, and I know people probably think that's like weird because like I feel like only old people eat Raisin Bran, but I have to get like extra raisins to put in it because it's the best part.
When I went to 4-H camp when I was a kid, they would call Raisin
You were in
Bran.
4-H?
I was in 4-H.
Wasn't everyone in 4-H? I was in 4-H.
I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
Yay!
Hold on. We have 3 ladies here who are all in 4-H.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I
awesome.
thought like everyone.
I know
did
that was just like a
4-H.
normal childhood experience.
Yeah. What?
Wait.
But they would call Raisin Bran the poop flakes because it would help you have bowel movement.
That's right, the brand.
Good for you.
I'm wondering if we're not talking about the same 4-H.
No, 4-H is like the
Little
is-
like 4-H
agriculture
clover
stuff?
thing. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I was gonna say, I'm like, what kind of 4-H's were you guys in? I was working with the goats and cows, guys.
I'm going to be straight up honest with you. I would love to see Kirsha and Strawb putting horseshoes on a horse and like shoeing a horse or something. Or
Now we never shoot horses
Yeah, I
in our
didn't shoot
4-H.
I got to ride the horses.
Yeah,
but,
we
like,
got
a
to
lot.
like we got to be around and like learn about things, but I never shoot a horse.
oh, okay.
I got like
I'd be kind
lifeguard
of scared.
training.
I'd probably
for
get
that.
kicked by it in the face.
Man, that's one thing you learn. You never walk behind a horse or a donkey.
True.
You get your
I mean,
ass
you
kicked.
actually can. You just have to make sure they know you're there. So you just touch them at the front of their heads, and you keep touching them basically all the way around.
Yeah,
And
but I'm
you
not
walk around
taking
with no
that risk,
problem.
man.
Yeah, I'm with Kirsha on
Labs
that
is the
one.
ultimate horse girl. I trust her.
She is. She grew
No.
up on a farm.
No, I just know stuff.
I know you worked with you spent a lot of time out in California, and you probably worked
Yeah.
with a lot of people who would be fearful of ICE immigration.
None of them were Mexican. That's the weirdest thing. Everyone's like, they're all Mexican. I'm like, no, 2 of them are Lao descendants, right? So Lao. One of them was half Irish, half Mexican, born and raised in America. One of them was Greek. The other one, I think, was like Italian or some mix like that, whatever. So yeah, nobody was Mexican in that group.
Thank you,
Every time I
Labs.
hear about Laos, I can only think of a Hank of the Hill when his father's just like, "You Laotian, ain't you, Mr. Khan?"
You Chinese or Japanese?
Well, I'll tell you what, bringing it back to yogurt, somebody who I am positive just loves that yogurt, probably has it all over his face right now. Everybody, happy birthday, straight from the hood, it's Phoenix. Hello, Phoenix.
How you guys doing? Yeah, the way I enjoy yogurt is I splash it on my face like a couple of gentlemen have been standing over me for a couple of hours. It's the way I like it, my friends.
Why would you eat yogurt like that? Doesn't make any sense at
A
all.
good shotgun blast to the face makes you
But
feel
does-
alive, first of all.
What is happening right now?
It makes it
Nick's had
taste
a missed
better.
opportunity to cut to his camera, and he's just eating yogurt like a gremlin with a spoon, getting it all over his beard. That would have been a great cut. That would have been great.
Weird, yeah. Missed opportunity. If only you got out your Phoenix there, or you got out your
only.
yogurt there, Phoenix. Anyways, so big show. I'll tell you, let's put our guest up top because they deserve to be on top. They're great. There we go. All
But
right.
I'm such a bottom.
Okay, thank you, Kirsha. So big show today. If you're new, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Join the 140,000 just normal men who have found us over on YouTube, and the nearly 37,000 who have found us over on Rumble. Of course, you can find us over on Kick. You can find us over on Twitch. You can also find us over on Spotify if you like to take us on the go. It's a great place to do. Today, after the show, very excited about this. Rev, have you ever seen the movie The Wizard from 1988?
No, I don't believe I have.
Whoa.
I know.
You are
Listen,
in for a treat.
Rev, maybe today you can join us on Side Scrollers Plus as myself and Cecil watch the 1988 classic, The Wizard. But no, not just The Wizard, the director's cut of The
Whoa.
Wizard, which I didn't know existed. So join us today, 2 o'clock Central Time in about 3 hours. We're watching a movie together. You can watch it with us. You can't even buy this movie. It's not. I don't even know where. Like Cecil's a freak and just had it on his hard drive. It's weird. People say check hard. Hey, Cecil has all the movies on his hard drive. And guess what? You can try for free on Side Scrollers Plus. Use promo code FREE and join us Give it a try. Love it. And on top of that, you can support Crazy Fox Lady by using her link down in the description. And you can also double up and use that promo code free so she will get supported. And you can support the show. And you give us a free trial. And you can watch The Wizard today, which is great. So that'll be happening immediately after the show. We'll remind you guys a little bit towards the tail end. So we got that. And on top of that, we do have our Echo the Dolphin challenge happening right now, which the goal, and you can contribute to this by becoming a Plus member. If we hit 2,000 Plus members by the end of the month, which once again, you can still join for free, I'll play one of my most despised games in history. Rev, Strawb, Kirsha, have you ever played Echo the Dolphin?
No.
I've never even heard of it.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Good. This is one of my least favorite games, one of the most pretentious games of all time, a game from the Genesis, and we will do a Echo the Dolphin funathon if we were to hit our stupid goal of 2,000 subs, 2,000 Plus members by the end of the month, which once again, you can join for free and get us closer to that goal right now.
Quick question for you, Craig, real fast.
Fuck yourself.
If you had to pick Echo the Dolphin or Jump King, go.
Jump King.
What, really?
Yes. Yeah.
Wow. All right. Well, then we need to make sure that you have to do this because nothing is more enjoyable than watching someone have to endure fucking hell.
No,
we need to make this happen.
Yeah, this is the absolute worst. And one new addition we've had to the show, speaking of Phoenix, Phoenix with the wonderful graphics, we have ourselves a new segment called the Side Scrollers Showdown, which happens throughout the duration of the show. And in this duration of throughout the show, we have you guys square off in a battle. We've had multiple battles throughout the first couple weeks of doing this. It's been really fun. Some noticeable ones were the preference of boobs versus butt. We had that earlier this week. That was pretty fun. We also had an intense battle between a VTuber friend and a IRL friend, which named Ray, who just got Cinevere destroyed Ray in the best possible way. So we always try to match people up. And today, we thought it would be fun with our Side Scroller Showdown. Well, Phoenix, why don't you give them the rundown of what we're doing?
You got this, yeah. So this is actually pretty cool because we got kind of like an interesting combo. We got a double team versus. You're going to see. Watch this. Here we go.
Today, we have a handicap match between Rev and Strawb versus Kirsha. Now, Kirsha, you are the underdog in this situation. It's a 2-on-1 handicap match. Now, what this means, this is a fictional battle.
Okay.
That you, since you are the single and they are the double, you can pick how this fictional fight would go down. It could be anything between fisticuffs. It can be swords. It can be a mud wrestling match. It can be whatever you want. But you will decide the stipulations of this showdown today in the 2-versus-1 battle of Rev and Strawb versus Kirsha.
I wasn't aware there was a battle happening today.
You know what? Sometimes the battle comes to you. You can't even prepare for it.
Mm-hmm. Kirsha, your thoughts on the stipulation?
I don't know. Let's do a baking competition.
Let's go!
Okay.
That's the gayest thing I've ever heard, and I love it.
Thank you.
Let's just have a fucking baking competition.
Listen, I'm actually like pretty good at baking. Just saying.
Same.
So
Same.
we could
love it.
now.
Who makes the
you
best
guys make
cupcakes?
banana bread?
Honestly, it's fair because like Rev cannot I've never seen him.
I can't
bake
even
anything
boil
in real
water.
life. Yes, you can. I taught you.
Was anyone expecting this wholesomeness from Kirsha?
No, absolutely not.
Can you guys make me banana bread? Is that the showdown? Who can make the
Yes.
best banana bread for Blabs, please?
Oh, I actually want some banana bread now. That sounds really good.
Like banana bread with cream cheese, man.
Now I'm
This
gonna
is-
end up like making that
You
later.
broke Phoenix already.
This
Okay.
This is the best. This is the best thing that I could possibly ask
Women.
for today.
Why is
So-
Phoenix dying?
I don't know.
Like I'm expecting you're gonna pull out some weird sexual battle, and it's like let's just bake cupcakes.
Yeah, that's literally what I thought
Who
too.
wears the cutest
Banana
apron?
bread.
I was pleasantly surprised.
This is spectacular. Well, I'll tell you what. So you can help decide who would make the best banana bread, Rev and Strawb or Kirsha, with your super chats, direct donations, and Rumble rants. And if you like, you can do that throughout the
Oh my
duration of
God,
the show.
look at him.
Watch, it's our biggest event ever. This is it. This is like the fucking
This is very
WrestleMania.
important, chat. We need to know what you think.
Yes,
Very important.
so we will keep track of that throughout the duration of the show. So please let us know who would make the best banana bread, the combo platter, the partnership, if you will, the love fest that is Rev and Strawb versus Kirsha.
Yeah, and
The
AI
banana-
clips. Send them in, please, too. Of this.
Yes, please. Nothing would make me happier than to see them working against each other in a Food Network style battle to make banana bread.
Hell yeah. I'm going to go out
Let's-
in the field and I'm going to slaughter bananas.
I was literally thinking, like, just imagining, like, I'm imagining, like, cute, like, videos of us, like, in the kitchen with, like, an apron on, pulling out the banana bread, like.
I love the idea of the banana bread's pulled out and Rev immediately gets out his sweet and sour sauce and just pours it all over.
Don't give them any ideas, okay?
Yeah, for real. That's gonna be, like, someone's gonna do that.
Nasty.
Can we do like bananas and rice?
No bananas and rice. That's later.
Bananas and rice.
That's later. Hey, give it up for JS True Tune. You just came in with 10 for Kirsha right there, right off the bat. See, that's how it works right there. Let's go. Let's go with Soul Silver says, if you told me, Craig, 5 years ago that Craig from ScrewTech is going to collect VTubers like Infinity Stones, I would tell you that's the same chances of Epstein's files being released. So no. Well, I've learned the fun of the VTuber. The VTuber is super, super fun. Love it.
Did I just miss a dono? Did someone just donate?
I just did it for you.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. Mercenary says, morning, guys. Feeling better. My credit score is now 559 thanks to fraud. All right. Sounds like a horrible way to start your day there, Mercenary. Says, can't wait for the next life-ruining disaster in my life. Well, Mercenary, do me a favor. While we love your support, please take care of yourself first and foremost. That's the most important thing there. We appreciate that. Let's go. We have Master P28 says, just want to say to Craig, Bland, and Kirsha, and Rev and Strom.
Sure, I am very bland. Sorry.
He's trying.
Hope y'all are well. It's cold in New England. Who's tired of this cold?
I want
Wait,
gold.
is that him, though, in that profile picture? He looks pretty snazzy. Like, he looks pretty cool.
I bring it up again?
Oh, I can't. I undid it. I unstarred it.
That's
How could
okay.
you do this to us,
You
Craig?
tapped too hard, damn it.
He
I
looked
missed it.
very.
Now I'm
He looked
upset.
very. He was kind of like holding his chin, all like cool, like very suave.
I thought it was a picture of DJ Khaled, so that's why I wanted to see it again.
That's not actually him. That's gonna be embarrassing. I don't know what DJ Khaled actually really looks like.
I don't like DJ Khaled because he said that kings don't go down on women, and that's just not true. That's just not true.
Listen, I didn't know that there was such. That's why there's someone not to like somebody, because DJ Khaled said that. All right. Way to go. And by the way, JS True Tune came in and says, Rev and Strawb. Hi. See, that's how it works right there. And
Hello.
we will scroll some
Hello.
on the bottom of the screen because I know this is going to be a very intense battle. But we will absolutely read this as Gokai Silver says, hey, Craig, I just wanted to share that after 25 years in retail, I got promoted to salary management.
Let's go.
So could we get an enthusiastic, we're going to make it chat? And from Craig, people going to keep you down. Don't let them. You got a goal. Go freaking get it. Dang right, Gokai.
Congratulations. Now your employee discount goes farther.
That's right, man. Let's
Let's
go with
go.
that. Love that. I'm going to get Gokai Silver. This may be the biggest accomplishment of them all, is Gokai Silver ending up on the wall, which is a big deal. So, hey, Gokai Silver, congratulations on your promotion. But more congratulations for Gokai Silver hitting up on the wall. Thank you very much for your ridiculous support. Laz, why don't you read off a couple more before we and once again, we're going to scroll your support on the bottom in our showdown today. And we'll do our best to read as many as we possibly can. But thank you guys in advance.
Okie dokies. Craig, would you rather play Echo the Dolphin or get kicked in the balls every day for a month?
That's a dumb question.
I think it's a
Clearly,
very serious question here.
much rather get kicked in the balls.
All right, balls 2009. Balls.
Yeah, there we go.
Thank you very much. Okay, see, Thomas Peasant for 10 says, don't make me choose Cregathy, but both Rev is not allowed to touch the sweet and sour sauce.
Holy
Is this
shit.
going to be my legacy? It's like
No, listen,
Hassan has
who is
Zach
that
and
for?
dogs. I got sweet and sour on food.
Yes. I think no matter what you do, you will be doomed to knowing the best side sauce is sweet and sour sauce, and you put it on everything.
Could be worse.
That's it. Congratulations. Rip Paglici says, never succumb, Rev and Strawb. There's 50 for Rev and Strawb right there. Oh my gosh.
50 bones.
It's something I can actually pronounce.
That's spectacular. Wow. We also have this from Beer Ninja, says married woman baking versus singing versus single MMO baking player. Strawb wins hands down.
This man's never seen the pictures of the food that I've cooked. I've posted on Twitter, man. It is mouth-watering.
You better get to following over there. Yeah,
Exactly.
that's right. And Arg, another name, says, Kirsha, have you looked into the 5 East European twinks arrested in 3 UK in the UK for trying to burn down the British PM's properties and cars? Have you seen this?
No. What? Why are twinks burning down cars?
I don't know. Arg, another name. I think that's you just put Kirsha on a lead right there. That's good. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
All right.
Put me on a leash.
Yeah, on a lead. All right. Hey, last time we saw you, Kirsha, I believe, I don't know if you've been on since then, but we had a, you recall we had our of course, since Overcooked. We had our Overcooked event, and since then we've had Mount Your Friends. I was, for some reason, I was thinking this was Mount Your Friends, but no. Jolly Adventurer Tom came in and shared a nice little meme from the event, which it featured VTuber Blabs and Leaflet, Pickle, and obviously you, Kirsha. And if you recall, one of the constant themes was Blabs's rigged neck just staring at your chest throughout the duration of the show.
She's an appreciator of good personality.
And yes, this was the meme that was put together here. As Jolly Adventurer Tom says, finally watched Side Scroller's Overcooked event last night. It was funny, and I had to draw this. I hoped I did Blabs justice. So, Blabs, is this an accurate representation?
So, yeah, of Overcooked for sure, but now we need to do the one where I'm sniffing Kirsha from Mount Your Friends.
That's true. That's very true. You gotta get her nose right up in there.
Yeah, I was pulling the Joe Biden, sniffing children, basically. Yeah.
God. All right, that's excellent.
You missed a lot when you died, Craig.
I sure did. It sounds like yes. All right, excellent. All right, we will get to the rest of your Director Nation's Rumble rants and super chats throughout the duration of the show. Once again, we will scroll them on the bottom of the screen if they are related to today's Side Scroller Showdown, which once again is an intense battle between Rev and Strawb versus Kirsha in a banana. What are we doing? Banana muffins? Or are we doing banana
bread?
Banana
bread.
Okay,
Yeah.
banana bread showdown. Who would make the best banana bread between mostly Strawb and a little bit of Rev and Kirsha? So let us know in the chat below. We'll keep an update. By the way, do we have an update on that real quick right at the bat, Phoenix?
Yeah, we sure do. Here, let's get to the fierce banana bread baking competition. Here it is. $90.
Wow.
For the duo, the dynamic duo, and Kirsha has 10 so far. So we need to get some help over there.
I feel like I'm significantly at a disadvantage every time I'm in a competition here. Yeah, I know. Like, people didn't know about my bridge searching before for, like, the last Real Game Awards.
Yep.
People didn't know my history of, like, getting into fight situations because of my mom. So I lost a fist fight competition with Leaflet. Ain't no way. You'd have to find, like, an actually trained fighter woman to beat me in a fight.
Yeah, listen, we try to have a good time here on the show and put everybody in hypothetical situations. And, people just don't know.
Me.
They got to get to know you a little bit better, Kirsha. They got to get to know you.
It's my top guy.
All right. Look, we got a lot to get to today, and we will get to all of it. So let's get into it, friends. It's time for my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everybody in the world's favorite segment. It's time for Hard News. Hard News. Okay, so It's been a little bit since you've been on, and there's been a lot of insanity that's happened since the last time you guys have been on. And we're going to keep this fairly high level, but let's kind of backtrack Rev and Strawb and talk about the last week for you guys, right? The last week has been, well, I'll let you guys lead this. I want you guys to talk about what happened this past week and talk about as much as you want or as little as you want, but I mostly want to talk about the response to it.
You want to go ahead?
I'll let Rev.
Okay, I'll go. All right. So for those who are not familiar, we worked with a company called Advanced. They make like energy drinks and supplements and stuff. We've been working with them for like 5 years. Probably our closest partner. We've done dozens of drops. Like we have something like, I don't know, a few dozen like unique products from them, and like everything has gone great. They've had our back in past situations where people were trying to cancel us, and then there was a very inflammatory tweet, a series of tweets, and by series I mean 2 tweets that I made involving topic of ice, and people got really upset in the VTubing scene. They're like super left leaning, and when they can't beat your ideas, they start tagging your sponsors, and they tagged Advanced, and it was like we've been canceled for a lot of things. This was the most milquetoast lame thing I've ever done. At this point, it wasn't worthy of any attention whatsoever. But for some reason, the algorithm, I don't know, anything to do with the situation just blew up. Like people with like 2 followers would tweet about it and get thousands of likes. And it just got to the point where they eventually let us go after like 6 days of deliberating.
It's a lot of deliberation. We've seen kind of a soft canceling, if you will, where the mob gets a hold of things, and then you lose some sort of livelihood. Now, obviously, Kirsty, you've had this happen to you as well.
Yeah, and I mean, their situation made absolutely no sense to me. And it's like, I mean, every time I talked about it, no offense, Rev, I didn't agree with the point that you made. But it's like, Lala tweeted, fuck ice. Rev responded. It was all public. She locked her comments after like 14 minutes and then responded to him with like a Bible quote. And then he responded with a Bible quote. I have no idea how this blew up into anything. And it's like, whenever the left is losing a power grasp on something, they end up thrashing around. And so I was hoping this was like a death throw kind of thing. But then we saw like all of the dogging that Jelly got just for being like, hey, I don't want politics in my games. And it's just like, what is happening here? How are anybody like bending the knee to these mob people at this point? Cancel culture was supposed to be on a downturn. Mm-hmm.
I think that's been, we saw this actually yesterday. We talked about Dean Cain, obviously former Superman. I don't know if you guys saw the tweet of him. He got soft canceled or uninvited to going to a convention because of his quote unquote beliefs, right? And it seems like over the last few years, we've had multiple trends with beliefs, whether, you can kind of go down by year. It's, first in 2020, it was like BLM, then it was like trans stuff. And like now we're at ice, right? To where ice is the sacred cow, if you will, when it comes to things that you're just not allowed to touch. And if you touch it in the wrong way, then guess what? Out the door, right? It goes back to, Rev, you pointed this out over on X. You said, why is one of the current faces of your company currently scrubbing her account of tweets harassing me and my wife? But them talking about, you could actually look at this and say, well, this is fairly derogatory, and this can be seen as it's just. I
mean, this person was saying far worse than Rev had said to Lala. So like it seems like the Advanced GG people have definitely picked a side, and this is why, as a company, if something like this happens, if the mob comes for you, you shouldn't say anything publicly. Just stay quiet.
What do you go ahead, Rev?
I was just gonna say, we can't say too much, obviously, because
right.
There's certain things that are private, but you can just kind of look outside and say, okay, why did that person? Because they eventually referred to their sponsor or one of their partnerships, making them delete the tweets and clean things up. And it's obviously, I mean, based on context, I think we know who they're talking about. But they had the chance to remedy their stuff. People on the outside will look and say, well, why didn't Rev or Strawb get a chance to remedy anything? It just seems that's kind of the main issue here, is that people are going to look at the standards they're setting for themselves and are going to say, are you going to apply that to other people?
Even though they say in their vague, like, because they made a couple pretty vague posts about it publicly. And one of the main things they said was, like, we are enforcing things consistently. And that's, one of my biggest, I guess, like, things that made me the most sad about all this is it just didn't, in my personal opinion, it didn't feel consistent.
Well, I think that's one of the things that we've seen over the last 5-6 years is the idea of most people, they just want a bar, right? Here's your bar. And I remember saying this in 2020 when it came to COVID and such. Like, here's your bar, right? If you go past the bar, that's the issue. Or here's your line in the sand, whatever analogy you want to use. And it seems like that, it's the old goalpost things. The goalposts are constantly moving depending on how you think. And we've seen cancellations work both ways with companies. We've seen, people who lean right cancel Target or Bud Light, and then you see the other side. And I think it more or less speaks to kind of the ideology in these companies.
I would say there's a huge difference between a boycott campaign where you're like, I'm personally just not going to buy any of these products. And I will say to other people, if you believe the same thing I do, don't buy these products. And then directly going after a sponsor saying, drop this person, you need to drop this person is problematic, this person is not agreeable to your brand, right? Like, it's two completely different things. If people had been going around being like, I'm just not going to buy Advanced GG and you shouldn't buy it either, I think that'd be way different than them trying to get, like, Rev and Strawb removed. Right.
And that was Vescorbino. Thank you very much. I'll get you on the wall here in just a second. That was 50 for Foxwife right there. From Vescorbino. I definitely understand your sentiment there. And I think the thing that's interesting to me about this whole thing is the perception that people have of you because you don't align perfectly with how they think, right? This idea that if you don't fit in this perfect box, and by the way, this box is constantly moving in size, it's constantly moving with the things inside the box. If you don't constantly fit in that box, then you're out, right? And it sucks to see friends suffer just for simply having an opinion on something.
Well, this was
But
kind
the
of
thing
like...
too.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. I was just gonna say, like, kind of going off what Craig said. It's hard too when you see so many people having a perception of you that's not even accurate to what you truly believe. Because I saw many people, privately, which obviously I can't speak to but I can speak to what I saw publicly. And I saw many things publicly as well on Twitter and everything talking about me and Rev. And obviously, we share a lot of opinions. We also have some of our own opinions. But regardless, I saw people saying things like, these people don't think I should exist. These people think we should die. These people like blah, blah, blah. And it's like, it's just quite literally not true. And they're building a caricature of who they want us to be so they can take that down, because they can't, attack our actual positions, because our positions are like common sense positions that like most normal people have, or at least understand.
Yeah, that's the issue. The whole thing is perception. Like, we're not being judged based on what we actually say. It's the perception and the caricature that's been made of us. And also, like, one of the biggest comments I see, because a lot of people, including Kirsha, have talked about this in their streams or in videos. One of the like biggest comments I always see is people are like, what the hell did Strawb do?
Right.
I literally criticized ICE publicly on my Twitter account like a week ago. I criticized it wasn't just ICE. I just criticized police in general. And I did mention ICE specifically. And because, yeah, there are things that personally I don't 100% love. Maybe I'd like certain things to be better. Maybe I'd like certain things to be different. But it's like, that's not good enough for these people, because they take it and they say, well, you're a Nazi. You think I should die. You think that everyone should die. You think that I should be able to come in and hurt people. And it's like, where are you even getting this stuff from? Like, it makes no sense.
Well, I think a lot of it comes down to people see, like, the word characterization, or the idea of a caricature right? That is 100% accurate, where people just take these things and it starts snowballing, right? And they have this perception of you. Then they start thinking you said this, or maybe this person did this. We're going to get into that briefly. Phoenix, I would love to hear your thoughts on just kind of this battle and this back and forth and the snowballing of a perception, because you have a personal experience where you were told, this person is that you're talking about your neighbors and how you actually went over there and saw him.
Yeah, I mean, so yeah, you're referring to like the idea of not being able to break out of your little bubble, correct?
Right.
Yeah. So like that's one of the things I've always had a problem with on that side is that typically they don't leave their little ecosphere. Where when I was in that little cult, they kept saying all these horrible things. I mean, I was in the art industry, so my God, I was really in the bubble. And everywhere you went, you would hear it. And every single one of them was basically, without saying it, was like, don't question us. Just believe the narrative, and all of them are evil people. And I went like, well, that seems a little weird that 50% of the country is evil and wants to kill me. So I was like, I think I'm going to give an old knock on the neighbor's door and just say, hi, do you want to kill me? And they're like, I don't know what you're talking about, sir, but please get off of my my doorstep.
But you're saying you actually did that, though. You actually got up.
Yes, not literally went to my neighbors, but yes, I started to go around on social media, and some old friends of mine that I hadn't talked to in a while that I knew were on the other side. And I started to just kind of go around saying, like, listen, here's the narrative that I'm being fed here. Can you share with me some of your perspectives, and also some of the influencers and news sources and things like that you're watching and follow? Because I want to hear your narrative too. And once I started doing that, man, it was really opening my eyes to a lot of stuff. And all it takes is just that going outside of your bubble for 5 minutes just to test it, just to test the waters to see, am I right on this? And very quickly you find out that, no, this is insane. This is ridiculous. So I'm so happy that I did that, because if you don't do that, then you're just stuck inside that echo chamber. It just goes round and round and round forever.
Like, I was going to say, I was kind of like the canary in the coal mine for this kind of thing, because I think as far back as I can remember, I was the first, like, openly, let's talk about not leftist politics in VTubing. And I've always kind of like read articles and stuff ever since I started streaming, but I got more and more outspoken about it because more and more the leftist politics were being pushed into video games, which is what I was streaming, which is what I like doing. It was my hobby. I had already seen hobbies that I didn't care so much about be completely co-opted, right? Like comics and whatnot, and just regular movies and other entertainment. And so ever since, 2014-ish, they had been trying to co-opt into video games. And we saw this more and more in the past few years. So I talked about things more, and I got attacked quite a lot for like, why are you bringing politics into VTubing? Politics doesn't belong here. It needs to be apolitical. We don't want any politics in VTubing. If you don't want any politics, you have to tolerate both. There's an unfortunate, just like, everything is to the leftist policies here. If you don't toe the line, you can be safe edgy. You can occasionally throw out little nuggets of edgy jokes to garner an audience that will be like, oh, they said something edgy. That means they must be based, right? You can kind of throw that out a little bit and still be allowed in VTubing spaces. You can be allowed in the cliques. You can be allowed in the cons. You can be allowed to spread and get an audience. I have been on the opposite side of that, where it's like every single obstacle has been put in my way to hinder me from any kind of growth, because I don't toe that line. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be outspoken about what I believe and what I see. And it's really unfortunate that if you want to play ball in any kind of creative industry, you kind of have to toe that line with the leftist politics. Sure, you could become something like a Hassan or a Vaush, but what's the point when all you have to do is silently restrict somebody else from voicing their opinions instead of outwardly voicing yours because they're the mainstream acceptable ones? And it's just very obnoxious and a kind of depressing that instead of like an apolitical where people can say their piece and be off in their own little corners and just continue to do whatever, that it's actively hindered instead if you just don't play that kind of game.
You know what's interesting is when you hear about some, like, this ICE conversation or whatever it may be. I remember, and I'm going to bring this back to my personal experience with COVID, right? Where I would just want to know about something, and like I'm just asking questions, right? And I just want to know. What's funny is I saw this and I did not know this was a thing, that when you just ask questions, that's actually seen as this is courtesy of Wikipedia. Have you guys seen this before? The just asking questions? I didn't know this was a thing. is a pseudo-skeptical tactic often used by conspiracy theorists to present false or distorted claims by framing them as questions. If criticized,
it makes sense, right? Because when you ask leftists to explain anything, they just get angry, they throw insults, they don't want to have an honest conversation. And whenever you ask questions, they assume you're acting just as disingenuously as they are. And again, back to the Amelia thing, in that propaganda game, if you choose to look for more information, if you choose to ask questions, that's considered bad. You're just supposed to accept the state-sponsored sloppa and ask no questions.
And they said thousands of people have been either sent to a counselor or law enforcement or something like that because of their wrong answers playing Pathways with Amelia.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy. What? Thousands of people have been flagged by that system.
So that system is like a honeypot system to where you
that's
go
what I
in
had
and
a
you
feeling.
play it.
Yeah.
And they will track you down. That even if it's just for the memes.
Can't track me down. I'm in America, Dad.
Like,
well, it seems like it's directly with the system. So, like, if you're a student forced to play this Pathways game and you give the wrong answers, you could be getting a visit from a counselor or law enforcement.
The UK is fucking scary, dude.
It is very scary.
Yeah, I'm very grateful to know.
They're the
I'm
next
over there.
step of America.
Agreed. I've been saying that for ages. Like, the UK and Canada are where we're going to be headed if we don't actually start doing something and getting involved in, like, local politics. Doesn't have to be part of your content, doesn't have to be part of something you talk about online, but it's going to affect you. You should pay attention to it.
Wow, that is crazy. I had no idea that it was that bad. I mean, I figured that it was a situation like that, but I didn't know it was that
We
they were
brought up
actually
that as a
rounding people
question.
up.
Yeah, we brought that up. We brought that up as a question when we were playing it. I think I may have even been the one that was like, "Hey, I bet you that they track you if you get the wrong answers."
Wow,
That's not shocking to me when you're dealing with a terrifying government like that.
That is shocking, like legitimately shocking to me. That's like I was shocked by the game, but the fact that they actually are going through and like flagging people, man, that's upsetting.
And because this is the UK, I mean, that goes beyond just the game itself. If you're online posting memes about this and you get a little too silly, you could have a knock on your door from that as well. It's multi-layered.
There's no free speech.
The JonTron clip has been living freely in my head for months, and then they just started coming out and saying it on TV, you know?
Well, I'll tell you what, it's amazing to see how even language like simply asking questions has been co-opted by Wikipedia and seen as it's a conspiratorial thing. Just don't ask questions, just consume.
But that's
Anyone
like
remember when they changed the Wikipedia page for cultural Marxism? That instead of cultural Marxism being the insidious ideology of transforming culture under communist and Marxist ideals, it was now a right-wing conspiracy theory. They changed that in like 2014, 2015.
So it's funny. I have my brother has personal experience with Wikipedia, where he was my brother's a musician. He's been a musician on Wikipedia since, I don't know, early 2010s or so. And he always had a nice Wikipedia article. And then once again, COVID happened and he started writing songs about COVID and government overreach. And all of a sudden, he was deemed as not noticeable or not notable enough for a Wikipedia page, and they deleted his Wikipedia page because of that, right? So,
I had a teacher in elementary school because we had like computer workshop classes since I was like the dawn of, everything's going to be online from now on generation. When we were in computer class, one of the exercises we did was our teacher had us make Wikipedia pages. And they were like, at the end of the quarter, we're going to see how many of your Wikipedia pages are still left on the website. This was an exercise in like, look at the kind of things Wikipedia allows. They don't know your children, but there are literally children writing articles for this website, and some of them will stay there. This is not a website you should trust, and this is not a website you should use for any kind of actual information.
hey, give it up for your base teacher.
Yeah, based. They were actually from the UK as well. Kind of crazy.
That's awesome. Well, I'll tell you what, man. This entire situation, and Rev and Strawb, I'm sorry you've had to go through all this stuff. And I'm sure it'll come out rosy on the backside of it. I know you said you've seen a lot of support on Patreon and such, and I think that's a great thing. So hopefully that's been really good for you guys. And sorry you guys had to deal with all the nonsense.
Yeah, it'll all work out. I
Yeah,
mean, we're not doom and gloom people, and it's disappointing, obviously, but we're just kind of reworking that sort of support we were getting there into other places, like you said, like Patreon. And I'm sure we're going to find other opportunities with different companies. And when we got that, obviously, we'll let everyone know.
Cool. Yeah, please. Yes.
Just real fast. I mean, like, if you're ever just really curious to see if you're on the wrong side of history, when you're not allowed to ask questions, if you're there, like, there it is. When you're not supposed, like, how many books, movies, and TV shows have we watched in dystopian futures where, like, that's the thing, right? And this same group of people that even made, the same authors who made and wrote that content are falling for it is hysterical to me. It's absolutely mind-blowing. The fact that they can't step out of that for even 1 second going, wait a second, I'm not allowed to question something? That seems like maybe I should maybe question something. And they don't.
Like,
That's what's amazing.
I thought growing up, like, we were taught about, like, critical thinking skills and to think for yourself. And, like, it's important to be able to get all the information and be able to come to a decision yourself. And I mean, I definitely had professors in college that were biased and would tell us exactly how they thought. But I also had some great professors that were like, listen, I'm not going to tell you what I think, because I took some history courses, and they're like, I'm not going to tell you exactly what I think about this or exactly how I feel about this. I'm going to give you all the information, and I'm going to let you come up with your own informed decision. And like, that's how it should be. We shouldn't be, reprimanding people for just asking questions and calling it like a dog whistle. Like, what are people even saying? What does that even?
Yeah, what did question everything become like a alt-right principle or something?
Right.
Well, it's because for communism to take root, you need to have an overarching consensus. And so you need to basically ruin the appearances of anyone that disagrees with the accepted position. And so that's why going into schools and like the long march through the institutions is the first step in transforming things into a communist ideal. That you stop teaching critical thinking, you stop teaching people to think for themselves, you teach them individuality is a problem. You have to have a collectivist mindset. You have to think about people farther away from you rather than your inner circle. And if you care about like your friends and your families first and foremost, that's a fascist ideal. I was actually watching a movie the other night. It was supposed to be like a horror movie about cults, but they put in some really interesting things where like they were in a classroom. It was like a girl who's in high school, but she was taking like a college level course. And the professor was talking about how individualism and being like isolated is a sign of fascism, right? Not adhering to a collective mindset is fascist. And I was like, it's really interesting that they're trying to redefine that word in a way that it makes it look like people who think for themselves and who have individualistic personalities are a fascist flag. Because if you look at like the Nazis, they were incredibly collectivist. Like they socialist is in their name, right? And they had that adherence to a collective group. So it's funny to see that in a movie. And in addition to that, the girl that I was just talking about, she's an American who went to Germany, and she met another American in one of her classes. And the chick was like, oh, it's nice to speak with somebody who's, from the home country. And she's like, oh, yeah, I am American. And the first chick was like, it's okay, I'm American, but I'm not a fascist. I was like, that's weird.
And going through the arts, I mean, that goes back to what we've always said here on Side Scrollers, and Phoenix is a big proponent as well of just like, you have to create alternatives. You got to create alternatives, and that's the way to go. So,
I mean, this is what I wanted to do with like VTuber conventions, right? I want to spend money on conventions. I want to do stuff at conventions, and I don't want to bring politics there. But the conventions want to play politics, and if you don't play by the politics that are accepted by them, you're not allowed.
Well, I saw a thing yesterday talking about the Dean Cain story, and just how like, hey, there should be an alternative. And this is something that we have talked about at length here at Side Scrollers, is creating an alternative convention, whether it's in VTuber convention, whether it's a physical convention, putting together some sort of event and helping change culture that way as well. So, It's crazy. Well, I have some examples of how people think I have gone off the deep end here in just a little bit, which I look forward to sharing that with you guys. But first, I wanted to get an update real quick on our intense battle of who can make the better banana bread.
Yeah.
Either Kirsche or Strawb and a little bit of Rev. Rev would be like the guy who's like, Can I measure the flour?
That was me the other night. I was chopping up some onions. I'm like, that's my contribution.
I will say
I'm
you were
helping.
very helpful, and you also cut up the cold rotisserie chicken, which I hate touching. I hate touching that. So
Look at that.
was
I hate getting wet stuff on my hands. I feel you.
True love right there. True love. But first, let me get off some of this ridiculous support here. As the Rye stream says, the great side scrollers bake off between Kirsche Strawb, not Blabs, with celebrity judges. It's a Gundam, Vera Dark, and Madam Savvy. Make it happen, Craig. Also, I think Kerr would win. Oh, that's a hypothetical that you want right there. Oh, thank you, Rye stream. That'd be hard to do with Kirsche and Strawb being VTubers. But, I'm sure they can make a model to present their banana bread.
We have to have a body double doing the actions for us in person.
That's right. DB Wild says, while I have all the faith that Kirsche has no problem holding a banana, I think Strawb would do a better job baking, but Rev would likely put sweet and sour sauce on it and ruin it. So this is split between them. Oh, there's 10 for
We
each
can't
right
decide.
there. Moro Metal says 20 on Strawb and Rev right there. All right. We have 50. It says, I'm begging Rumble to let users filter their feed. I'm drowning in TikTok brain rot over here. Hashtag Kirsche. Yeah, I know that they are pushing shorts bigly over on Rumble today. We have this from Tier Roth. Says, this is for the MMO life skiller Kirsche. That's 100
I'm going to
Australian
collect
money.
those bananas.
That's
So
right.
I'm gonna start throwing a whole bunch of assets up for all these 50s and 100s.
Yeah, make sure we get
All right.
Kirsche doing it with her
Yeah.
American flag as well. There you go. We have Y Karnat says, this will not stand. I'm putting butter on that Foxu. That's like $68 right there with all the Czechoslovakian monies right there.
Holy.
That's great.
68. Okay.
Yeah, my titties were bouncing in that. God damn.
I know. We need more frolicking. Sorry, that was my fault on that. John Wolf says, going for Kirsche for the baking. Sorry, Rev and Strawb. I like y'all, but I can't trust anyone who puts ranch on spaghetti.
ranch on spaghetti is good. I don't really care
That's
what anyone
wild.
else
That's
says.
your legacy.
It's actually good. Like it's literally not that weird, but okay.
AV Tap says 50 on the Fox Lady right there. We have Wolf and Wing says 20 on the silly Fox thing. We have Speedy Cake says, I'm going to agree with Craig regarding Echo the Dolphin in that I would rather suck start a 12G than play it. Also, I saw a YouTube short recently saying an AI subreddit went Skynetish and the AI locked people out of it. I think that was all I saw that, and we were going to talk about that, but I think that was all fabricated and done by humans. So, yeah. Wah says, I've seen that Kirsche loves Shirley Wagner figures.
Yep.
Those are very expensive taste. I also have unobtainable taste, but it's muscle cars. I want a 1971 Plymouth Cuda. They're over $100,000. Wow.
For people who don't know what Shirley Wagner is, they're a bathroom fixture company. So like you can buy, like the hot and cold handles for your sink and the sink spout, like a bathtub spout. You can buy like shower systems. So they have the normal shower head, the pull down shower head, the like rainfall shower head. You can add body jets if you want. But I decided, I was like, okay, well, clearly I can't afford it anyways because you have to ask for a price. They don't list prices on their website. So I found a shower system that was like the shower head, the pull-down shower head, obviously the hot and cold knobs, and then like the thermostat thing. So not a huge system. It was like $22,000.
On another side note, I'm just curious. Did you get your lamp?
Which no, the $25,000 lamps? No, I'm not going to buy those.
Well, no.
I thought it was Kirsche buying a clock.
Oh, it was a clock. That's what it
Yeah,
was.
Oh, have you not seen my clock? My
No, well,
cool
I
clock?
know you bought a clock at the plate, but has it been delivered? Has it been installed in your dwellings?
No. It was at some guy's house. So like I went to a gay couple's house. They're like in their 70s or 80s. I call them vintage gays. They had a beautiful antique collection, and they were trying to offload it for like cheap prices because they're like, We don't want it to go to resellers. We want it to go to people who actually want it and want to take care of it and want it in their houses. Because these are things we collected our entire lives and we care about them. And I did get the clock from them. Hopefully this link works. It's a Discord link. I don't know if it's going to. But that was the clock.
Oh,
I actually showed Gundam my clock last night. It's really cool. It's a reproduction of like an 1860s or 1880s clock that they had done in like 1950, 1960 or so. And they paid like $28,000 and they sold it to me for $3.5K. Thank you, honorable chatters.
That is a wonderful collection of clocks right there.
Wow.
Look at that right there. That's great. All right. Once again, we'll get to the rest of your super chats. And by the way, it's just spectacular. Ruckus came in with 100. It's for Kirsha and her banana bread since I couldn't send it for when Kirsha versus Leaflet. Bake that bread and much to side shoulders to keep my day filled with new and giving me something to listen to while I'm at work. Let's go, Ruckus. Thank you. By the way, everybody's on the wall. I went back and made sure everybody who's donated 50 or more on the wall. It's been spectacular today, and thank you guys. We'll continue to have those. Real quick, we do have some breaking news here.
Breaking!
Yes, breaking.
Crazy.
But before we get to that, Phoenix, let's get a quick update on our battle, our banana bread battle here, Phoenix.
Okay, well, last when we checked in, Strawb had a noticeable lead. The tables certainly have turned here, and so if you guys want to help Strawb, now is the time because, ladies and gentlemen, it is
What an ass kicking.
$159
You guys!
versus
did that?
I will say I'm actually kind of offended as someone who posts like cooking things all the time, and like I'm a little offended right now.
Strawb. I would be too.
Like I post baking and cooking all the time, and I'm a little offended right now.
Wow.
Just gonna put that out there.
Where are the Oilers who believe in us?
I can just see Strawb's like. Just got that.
I
Oh my word!
It's fine. I'm just a little
drop.
offended. I mean, how often does Kirsha bake banana bread? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure I put a recipe for my banana bread in my chat at one point because I talk about how I put cream cheese swirls in my banana bread, and so everyone was like, "We want that."
That is good. I did that in pumpkin bread before.
Oh, that's also fucking good.
Okay, let's get to this breaking news. I know while cream cheese swirls and pumpkin bread and banana bread are very important, we do have this interesting breaking news right here, which you guys seem very. Should I play the sounder, the extremely loud sounder? Everyone, cover your ears.
Oh no!
Cover your ears. Here we go. A Phase Connect official notice, an important notice regarding recent events. Thank you for understanding. Thank you for supporting Phase Connect. Recent comments made on Twitter, they're not using X, by one of our talents included discussion of sensitive issues. Following an internal review, these comments were taken down. We sincerely apologize for any issues caused by this incident. Phase Connect's focus has been and always will be providing entertainment through different personalities and a wide range of unique content. We will not tolerate racism, hatred, or bigotry in our communities. Thank you for understanding and your continued support of Phase Connect and our talent.
What did she say that was racist and hateful?
She doesn't want politics in Minecraft.
The biggest joke with Jelly is that like she's Jitler, right? Like, what? Who is this for?
Okay,
I'm not surprised. I'm 1,000% not surprised that FaZe made this, and I am just.
I don't even know that much about Jelly, but just from the tweets that I did see, I mean, wasn't she just criticizing they were putting political stuff in Minecraft? And she was like,
DLC.
I just want to play my game. Why do I have to see this stupid stuff? Like, and also, didn't she say, like, is she not American or something?
Can we recap this a little bit?
She's Southeast Asia.
I agree.
Okay.
I agree. Let's. So this is a VTuber, correct? And she was critical of the Minecraft free downloadable content, correct? Is that what we're talking about?
Correct.
Yeah. She basically
It's
just
called
was like,
it's called Good Trouble.
Yes.
It's about protesting and
This is it's still
civil
needed, but
rights.
this is a screenshot of the tweet.
Okay.
Okay.
Bring it up.
Yep. I'll
There
get
you
it.
go.
Here we go. All right. We have this from Jelly over here. Once again, a VTuber who's been let go. Screw it, man. I think pushing politics.
No, I don't know if she's been let go.
So
I think
She made a joke about that.
No,
She played
they just-
unemployment simulator.
Yeah. They just
Yeah.
took her tweets down. They didn't
they
like
just
let
took
her
the tweets
go.
down. Yeah, so I
It's her
said
company.
she didn't delete it because as far as I know, it went down while she was live. So it was like management deleting the tweet.
Okay.
it's been deleted like probably like 10 plus hours ago, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So we actually read this on the show yesterday. This Good Trouble DLC that's in Minecraft, and she said, "Screw it, man. I think pushing politics in my children's sandbox game is disgusting, especially when it's disguised as quote education. Let me play my stupid block game without having to engage or associate with any of your stupid political garbage that I literally do not care about." And that ultimately has led to this right here. The idea,
which is again a huge problem, because this is why I started talking more about politics, is because I want my games to be politics free. I don't want my games to have like a right-wing slant. I don't want to be like doing weird shit with like right-wing messaging in video games. I want them to just be fucking video games. And this is what's gotten me attacked for ages. And more people have been able to speak out about things because I've been sort of like a lightning rod for the attacks for this stuff. But now somebody saying something as milquetoast as this, not only getting pushback, but their company not standing behind them and having to put out something like this because seething Twitter freaks were kicking up a fuss. It's absolutely ridiculous. And I am, once again, just not surprised that FaZe put out this announcement.
I keep saying this like every day the last week or so, but we are literally rewinding to 2020 right now. Like everything is playing just how it did 5-6 years ago, where everything's so hypersensitive. People are actually getting removed from positions and getting like forced to delete tweets. And one thing I want to point out too, because everyone who's like angry at people like Jelly who are bringing this up, they say like, oh, it's just a DLC. Like, what do you care? Well, first of all, it's a game with a lot of kids. And the other thing people don't, for some reason, no one seems to recognize this, but Minecraft has collaborated with a lot of schools, public schools, with this DLC. And these kids who are going to public schools, they're getting this. Like, they're not signing up for this. It's a part of the curriculum. So if you have some sort of an issue with this, yeah, it's going to go to kids, whether they like it or not, if they're in a public school. So like, I think it's a very valid thing to say, beyond just saying get rid of politics in a game like Minecraft. It goes beyond that.
And I was going to add to that as well. I don't have the tweets on hand, but there were people who went and played this DLC and they were like, this isn't just talking about civil rights leaders in the past. It's encouraging children to go and make good trouble right now. It's encouraging them to become a part of the protests and the growing anger on the left that's happening right now. And it's like, for all of us, when we see, people getting shot by ICE or whatever, none of us are celebrating that. We're like, we don't want that to happen. We want the Democrats to stop telling people to put their lives in danger because we're trying to get rid of criminals. We don't want this to happen. And yet you have things like this weird DLC coming in being like, hello, children, you need to be good allies. You need to get out there and you need to make some good trouble. You're doing it for a good cause. You're going to be on the right side of history like all of these other people were.
Yeah, the tweet you're talking about, I saw that, where basically they're saying the emphasis on the game and like the education, it's way less on the historical context or like the history of the figures involved. It's way more about teaching kids how to protest and, like you said, cause good trouble.
Propaganda.
Well, have you seen all the protests like in the middle schools right now? Like in like literal like middle schools, not even just like high schools too. But I'm seeing like protests inside of middle schools, like kids like leaving class. I guess some teachers are encouraging it. And like they're just protesting in their halls, and they go outside and they go through the the hallways and outside, and like they're just all protesting it. But it's just crazy. Like, why are we encouraging
they literally don't even know what they're protesting.
No.
They don't even understand.
They're doing like TikTok
dances
dances and they just want to get out of class. Like, come on, we were all kids.
I mean, once again, this is perpetuating the don't ask questions, right? The kids just want to get out of school. They don't care what it is, but they're going to be absorbing this messaging passively. And when they become adults, they're going to be repeating this messaging without realizing exactly what happened when they were in school, which is the entire point of the communists controlling the institutions of education.
I guess I just don't understand too. I mean, FaZe Connect, in this post, it says, like, we do not tolerate racism, hatred, or bigotry. That makes it sound as if her posts were doing that, which they weren't. Like,
right?
It's just so crappy. Like, she's their talent. They should be supporting their talent. And it just all goes back to, like, these loud people on the internet want to criticize someone and make a caricature out of someone when they're not even saying what they want. Like, what they really want everyone to say is like, we want you to die. Like, you don't deserve anything, blah, blah. So then they would have something to actually be able to say, look, this is what they're saying. But we're not even saying that, so they have to go and like make things up. But then it's all about appearances.
Yes,
it's all about
it's literally what we talked about earlier about being punished not for what you actually said, but for what people are perceiving.
Yeah, for the appearances. That's all that matters at the end of the day. But like, this is just crazy that this company is throwing her under the bus, making her look stupid. It's just, I don't know. It's just crazy.
Well, it's like the people who hate me and go after me. They've adopted the like, well, Pippa's become a good girl. She's now doing the right things. The only reason she had a bad reputation was because of Kirsha. Like completely trying to retcon how I even came into any sort of like being, right? Like I was always a small streamer. I played MMOs. Pippa was my friend. And I've always stated outwardly, like, I don't think I would have grown as fast as I did if it weren't for doing stuff with her, right? She was a huge part of like what got more eyes on me in general. And I'm gonna forever be grateful for that. I love Pippa. I don't really love FaZe. Love Pippa. And them bending the knee and like throwing Jelly under the bus here is going to open up the rest of their talents who even try to toe that safe, edgy line. It's going to open them up to being attacked by the mob, and they can't count on anyone standing behind them and backing them up.
And the public perception is that everyone in FaZe is super edgy and like crazy, and like that's already the reputation.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you see people in the chat right now, and I don't remember what exactly all happened with the Clara girl. But I do remember her saying
comments about Kirk.
It was the comments like she was happy about what happened to Charlie Kirk and stuff, which like I guess maybe because it was on a personal account, even though everyone knew it was her, it wasn't on her like main official Twitter account. They didn't say anything, but still everyone was talking about it. Everyone knew she said it. And
like everybody talks about the Kirk comments and they forget that after the election, she wished that conservative women would have miscarriages so that they can feel the repercussions of their policies.
I didn't see that. Wait, Clara said that?
I didn't see that one.
Wait,
yeah, that was after the election. Yeah.
Is this a talent agency?
Yes.
Yeah,
FaZe
yeah,
Connect
yeah.
is a VTuber.
Can I just be the guy that everyone's going to hate per usual? Can I just be that guy?
Yeah, please.
Because this conversation drives me insane. Here's the deal. So if all of you guys out there if you guys disagree with what just happened and you're part of that talent agency, I'm hoping to God you are all leaving, correct? No, you won't. So if you're wondering why this keeps happening over and over again, is because one side is very safe to keep pushing around because they do fuck all. They do literally nothing except bitch and moan like we're doing now, and then don't do anything about it. If you want change to start happening, you all got to make sacrifices. I know it sucks. Lord knows I made it. Believe me, gave up literally everything. You're going to have to do something, guys. Otherwise, this just is going to keep going on. Because if I have to pick between pushing two different people, I push this guy, they punch me in the face repeatedly, or these people who write me a very angry letter, I'm going to be on the side of the people that won't, I don't want to be punched. So I'm always going to mess around with the people, just write their little letter, and then that's it. So you guys have to start growing some balls, making some very big sacrifices. You're all going to lose a lot here, but if you want to gain some ground, you're going to have to make deep sacrifices and start investing in new talent agencies, new forms of entertainment. All these things you've got to put money there. Otherwise, none of this changes. Because why would you? If you owned a business, wouldn't you just push around the guy that writes a letter? That's easy. Oh, fuck. Okay, that's easy. I get to do that and still make my money. You see, like, I hate to be that guy, but them's the facts.
No, I agree with
you're
you.
correct. And
you're right. The only thing is, though, is like, and I saw someone in chat say this, and it's what I thought about too, but like, when it comes to companies like FaZe Connect owns their IPs, correct? So it's a little more difficult than just walking away from a regular talent agency. With FaZe Connect, they own their IPs. Like if they were to walk away, like I'm not sure that they would be able to just break a contract easily like that. But then B, I'm not sure if they would even be able to tell anyone who they are, and they wouldn't be able to keep their model. They might not be able to keep their audience. I mean, they might be able to do stuff hush hush. And no, I get it. I'm just saying. It would be a big sacrifice, but yeah.
Guys, I left a 6-figure job, health insurance. I've got diseases. I left it during cancer, and went to have to work in retail.
Women, though.
I'm saying you're all going to have to make some sacrifices.
No, it's true.
Going to have to happen.
If you really care, if it's something that's really important to you, then yeah, I mean, you're not wrong.
I would love to add more to what you said, but there's a lot that I can't talk about publicly just yet. So I'm going to stand here and I'm going to watch the fire burn.
Well, so and what goes back to Phoenix, I think everything you said is right. Everybody here has taken some sort of risk, throughout their career, right?
Just being on this show is a risk, so I applaud everyone here just for doing that. Yeah,
right. We have had people who said, "I can't believe you're going on side strollers."
Yes.
Do you know what they talk about on their show? And we say really abhorrent statements like, "Man, I really wish that people could just play Minecraft without propaganda." Right? Like that's it. That's the abhorrent statement.
This is what I touched on earlier. Like these companies, they kowtow the line to leftist politics. They don't overtly talk about them. They don't overtly start like chanting Black Lives Matter, right? But they kowtow to what the mainstream acceptable opinions are. And if they throw out a couple of nugget jokes occasionally to encourage like donations, that's completely different than actually having convictions.
I think it would be very interesting, and I understand the quandary, the business issue of this, Strawb, of the idea of like, look, they own the IP, right? But what they don't own is the personality. And while the model may look great, right, that can easily be overtaken or replicated.
Well, I also think that that's not a super big argument in current year, right? Because like, look how big Doki got after she was removed from Niji Sanji. Look at the ex-V Shoujo talents. Like everybody knew who they were, and look at the people who joined V Shoujo after exiting Niji Sanji, right? Like everybody's going to know who the people are, even if they can't overtly say like, "Hey, yeah, I used to be this person." Right. And like, they always get massive amounts of support.
I agree with that. I guess I was just trying to touch on why it would be. Maybe it's scary regardless, right? Yeah. Like it's scary for anybody to lose something that's so impactful in their life. But like I agree with what Phoenix said. I was just trying to kind of show like it's not as easy as necessarily just walking away. I just don't know how it works with like agencies like that with like contracts and stuff, but that's just separate.
I agree with you there, where like the biggest worry would be if you're used to being in a company and you're used to like having management take care of like all your sponsorships and take care of all your merch and take care of all this stuff, it could be really daunting and really overwhelming to suddenly be like, well, now I have to do all of this myself. I don't have any tertiary support. And yeah, it can be overwhelming. It can be daunting. But like when you succeed, it feels really fucking good. Like I'm busy all the time, but it's like, it's good busy. Would I like more free time? Absolutely. But I get rewarded for the effort that I put in. And so I can see that being really fucking daunting to leave a company. But it's like if you want to do things and you're being held back and you don't just want to be like coasting, I don't see the reason to stay.
I go back to back at Rooster Teeth. There was a guy named Ray Navarez. And Ray was a guy who he was known for. He did a lot of shows with this guy named Gavin, and it's like in 2014. And by the way, I know that Strawb, you need to bounce in a couple minutes. By all means, you bounce, come back whenever you need to do it. But Ray left Rooster. Ray was making $40,000 a year at Rooster Teeth, and he left Rooster Teeth, and it was shocking to the audience. He took a chance on himself. He took the leap, went out, did his own thing. Guess how much he made his first month on his own?
I have no idea.
I'm hoping 40,000. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He made $40,000 his first month, and he's continued to see that success. So he took the leap. And look, Ray, we do not agree politically, at least I assume. I don't know. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. But he's a guy who took the leap. And that's truly what's going to need to happen here is now I understand the idea of VTubers being skeptical because what they've done here is they've branded Jelly as going back to their statement. They have literally branded her with these things. The idea of we do not tolerate racism, hatred, or bigotry in our communities, which is branding and putting the label on Jelly here. That is not fair. That's not fair at all.
Exactly. That's my biggest. All of this is crappy, but that would be my biggest issue with all of it. I'm gonna run real quick. I might be back, but bye guys.
Yeah, thanks, Strawb.
Always a pleasure.
Yes. looking for. We'll get Strawb back in just a little bit in the intense battle of who makes the better
critical
banana bread. We'll get to that in just a minute.
It's not fair in the future either, because there's going to be more people being like, okay, well, they already kowtowed to us for this one thing. Let's push it farther. There's these other jokes we don't like. There's these other talents we don't like in general. Let's do everything we can to try and isolate them. They're going to go after absolutely everything.
I agree. And look, I've made the leap. I know Phoenix made the leap. You can't be scared, and it sucks. But
and like, this is why it's a big problem. Jerry, I keep calling you that. Jerry was like, I don't want politics in my block game. And everyone was like, this is a problem.
Here's,
it's a problem because
I
it's
wanna point this
outside of the
out.
accepted mainstream.
Just want to point this out quickly. Like, I think about the situation with Advance and people now trying to use the new standard they created. The standard they created, I don't really think the mob of people going after them really want to apply it to anyone else anymore, because they got rid of who they were looking for, basically. And with FaZe, I think they want to, the people, the mob, angry at them, they want to get rid of the whole company. So they're not going to stop just with this girl. They're going to keep going after everyone in that company. It's like, it's such a bad standard. It's going to really be for them.
It's like I said the other day that, like, Pippa's audience wants my head on a pike. And it's like, that never used to be the case. But her audience has very much shifted. And I love Pippa. There's no issues between us, because some people are going to misconstrue things. Like, we're completely fine. But, like, her audience absolutely loathes me. And there are going to be a subset of people who are like, well, that's just not true, Kirsha. And it's like, well, maybe you don't. But, like, the overwhelming majority at this point, you can see on Twitter, you can see in, like, other places where this stuff gets discussed, I am very much, not liked. And it's not just that, it's also other aspects in that company. And it's like, well, that's very weird to me. And it just seems like there's an entire audience shift going on in general over there. And these people pushing and FaZe capitulating to them is going to make that audience shift much further and much faster than it already was going.
Man, there's a lot here. And this will be a this is not the first or last time. And I'll say this. What you see here, I think, is a really good example of kind of the difference between... You have one side that just wants to attack and claw, right? They're like fucking scavengers, just like, writing those nasty emails. And then you have another side that is looking to build and create, right? And I think that's... Golly, that's so... It's tough to see this continue to happen. And I think, Rev, you said this, we're going back to 2020 again. This can't happen. We can't, we can't do this. And how do we avoid doing that, going back to 2020, with the cancellation attempts? I thought we were long past this nonsense.
In this week alone, I mean, there's been, I would say, beyond just my situation, this current one, there's been also a couple other situations like this. And every time there's been an opportunity to stand up to this stuff, it hasn't happened at all. It's like one domino after another. And when I was talking about, because I made a video about the Jelly situation yesterday, and I mentioned, like, there was people specifically tagging her agency saying, you got to do something about this. That's always been happening, but the last couple of years, not so much. I mean, we know situations like with Kirsha and Gamersubs, that was obviously a big thing, but I think people have seen what's happened to me and Strawb and other people. It's like it's building momentum. Now they know this works, and they're going to keep doing it over and over again.
More.
Yes. Yep. And I wish this situation of all of them, which I thought should have been pretty straightforward, they would have tried to. But and I know, like, Kirsha's not surprised by this, but still, like, I don't know, it's just disappointing.
I'm just so enamored by this whole thing. It's funny because I privately reached out to a few people. I put a post alternative, like when you guys get canceled, like, that's fucking nonsense. The whole thing's fucking nonsense. And
it is.
Everybody sees that. And I just have such a hard time. Like, am I missing context here? Is this like literally all that she said?
That's
here?
Literally it.
That's it. I feel like there's like, I'm taking crazy pills here, looking at this, trying to figure out
it's the same with
what is
Red's
wrong.
situation, right? Like, he didn't say anything crazy. He didn't say, go, my minions, attack this other VTuber. And he was accused of harassment. And eventually, he got dropped. Jelly did nothing wrong here. she was being apolitical. She was being, I don't want politics in my video game. But this is why I keep saying the people who say, I don't want politics in, don't understand what they're actually advocating for. Because we don't want it, right? But when people say that, what they mean is they don't want anyone like Jelly saying they don't want politics. They want them to shut up and accept the leftist version of things, accept the encroachment of everything coming into the video games of a left-wing perspective. They don't want anyone to speak out about it. And it's very frustrating because it's like, I don't want the opposite to happen, where it's like right-wing ideals and right-wing propaganda stuffed into everything. I want it to just, block game should be block game. Or, you know, like I just want games to be as they are without any kind of propaganda and without any kind of like weird fucking moral preaching to people. That's what I want it to be.
So, and this is one thing that I've noticed because I for the longest time have said the exact same thing. We don't want that. And that's one of the big differences. They do, right? We're saying we don't want any of this stuff in our games, but they're going, no. Keep throwing all that shit in there. Keep, you know, because we're gonna change the way people think about it, man. It's a mess. It's a fucking mess.
I don't know if I have like a. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, because it's like, you know, those of us like us here and Jelly, we're like, we literally just want things to be apolitical. And then the majority of people, when we say that, will try to shout us down and be like, it was apolitical, you know, like you just want us dead, like it's not actually apolitical, it's empathy, right? And it's like, shut up. We don't want any of that.
I was just gonna say, like, I don't know if I don't have like a bad pulse on Jelly's community. I'm not like someone who's active there at all. But like from what I saw, whether it's clips, tweets, the original tweet itself, it seems like everyone in her community had no issue with this whatsoever. They weren't surprised by it. They didn't disagree with it. It was overwhelming support in the replies. Like this is the typical like cancellation sort of, I guess like the route where the replies on the original tweet, everyone agrees. And then the quotes are all seething because they like to quote and get the most reach that way. And it's like, it's a clear divide. It's like, you got all the fans there in the replies, they have no issues. And now you're capitulating to these people in the quotes who have no interest in anything she's doing or what FaZe is doing. And we keep seeing this happening. It's just so self-destructive for a company or an agency.
It is. It's very interesting as well that like everyone in the audience was completely fine with it. They had no reason to be upset with it. And then for some reason, the company thought that they needed to apologize for it. Like it doesn't make sense. And if I was like a viewer, the only thing I could take from that is like, my company is going to try and make the things I like about my Oshi less so.
Blabs, I see that tweet down there, or that from Elsie right there. Can you get that archive right there? Because I am fascinated by this because that is the most milquetoast take I've ever seen. And to see an agent just totally drop that because of that, I am honestly, like, I just don't understand. I just truly don't understand. Like, and once again, here it is. Thank you so much, Elsie, for this. Here is the archive of this. We saw this earlier. I'm just tired of seeing it. Why does it even need to push the real world matters in my block game? I'm playing. Okay, yeah, they're going to remove slavery. Okay, like, I don't get it. I don't understand it. Yeah, wow. This is, my brain does not comprehend what I'm looking at here. And
this is another reason why, like, Jelly will make jokes, Pippa made jokes in the past, and everyone would be like, oh, that means they're political. That means they're right-wing. And it's like, no, it doesn't. You don't know anything about their actual politics. They just like making edgy jokes. Because humor is humor. And you shouldn't be ascribed a political box because you're actually making jokes. And it's ridiculous when people are. But simply making something like an edgy joke or simply saying, hey guys, I wish things could be apolitical, people on the left are just like, well, you're clearly pandering to the right wing. You're clearly courting Nazis. It's ridiculous. Like, you can't actually have this I just want to grill mentality because you're forced into a side whether you want to be or not. And that's why I wish the companies would stand behind people more.
Well, I'll tell you what, and just speaking of companies that stand behind, I have to do a sponsor read today because we do have a sponsor read. And I do think that it's important that when I read this, it's important that when you have sponsors for shows like this, you support them. It's incredibly important to do that. So with that said, I do want to let you know that today's episode of Side Scrollers is brought to you by our friends at Zippix Toothpicks. Look, We've talked about this quite at length, right? There's a code on the right side of your screen that everybody watching can see. I love that. I would love for you guys to check this product out right here. Phoenix, you've been using this product at length for the last little bit. Please fill everybody in on what makes Zippix so good.
Yeah. You actually have seen me use it on the show, actually even today. I actually really love the product because I am a former smoker. I don't smoke anymore, but I've always loved nicotine for kind of giving me the extra energy. And for me, especially doing what I do, helping with focus. And so it's a great tool to do that in just short bursts and then put it away. And it's been helping me out immensely with all the work I even do for this show.
Are there
Yes.
short Ernies too?
What's that?
What?
He said short bursts instead of bursts.
Bursts.
So
Oh,
I
did I
asked
say
him
bursts?
too.
Short bursts.
So
That is an
Zippix,
esoteric joke. I'm sorry.
so we're going to put the link down below for you guys over on YouTube. But Zippix is a nicotine toothpick that allows you to kind of stay focused throughout the day. As you said, Phoenix has been using these extensively, and it's really been awesome. Phoenix, they taste great.
Yeah, I recommend the whiskey one.
$25.25 is for
hold on.
Kesha.
Sorry.
The
Video
most
Gamer coming
fabulous
in the middle of a
Indian Friday
sponsor
boxer
read
that's
right now.
apparently also a super fascist and
Video-
super
Video
racist
Gamer, thank you
despite
for
not
that.
believing in either of those. Stay strong, Care. And the rest of you, stay yourself. Don't give in to the can.
All right, thank you, Video Gamer 25, coming in, letting us know that Zippix is there. Look, head over to zippixtoothpicks.com, and you can use the promo code SSP10 to get 10% off your order. Like I said, Phoenix has been using them quite a bit, and we greatly appreciate it. You must be 21 or older to order, and just a quick warning, nicotine is an addictive chemical. So once again, go check out Zippix Nicotine Toothpicks. If you're into that, it's a great, once again, they support us, so please consider supporting them. Great stuff right there. Thank you very much. Appreciate that greatly. All right. Once again, I'll put a link for all you guys watching on YouTube for there. Speaking of support, you guys have been outstanding today. We have this from Rad Bell. He said, Fox wife makes rice.
Smells nice.
We have Corona Soul for 100. Says citizens of Courchevel, rise up for Foxu. Get back to your tower, Blabs. And 100 for Kirsha. Hippie Tree Hugger gifted 25 kick subs. That's awesome. That goes a long way. Thank you very much, Hippie Tree Hugger. Eric Wammel says 50 more for Foxu. Kirsha is like the VTuber boogeyman. I can't count how many times her name is thrown into drama. She has nothing to do with, but it gets clicks from the crazies because she triggers them so hard. You are quite apparently the polarizing figure. Apparently everybody here is. Rev, you're a polarizing dude as well. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Daniel says, I can confirm that China makes military service personal, do GBA, gender-based, training that is obvious feminist propaganda, and not doing it can get you counseling. I did it. I had to turn off my brain and pull 90%. Wow, that's crazy, Daniel.
Good Lord.
Nice. Hell Saber says 50 for the Foxwoman banana bread right there. And we have this from Zeldgear for 50. Says, obviously, Rev and Strawb would win. There's 50 for Rev and Strawb right there. That's great.
Let's go.
And we have this from Nerdy Texan Accountant. Says, I remember Claire on her personal account said she was happy to what happened to Kirk, and FaZe said nothing. But Jelly gets in trouble for not wanting politics is disappointing. Also, Rev and Strawb. I'm giving these points.
This is a good point for me to correct myself earlier. I used the word miscarriage. I apologize. It was actually the women who voted for this. I hope you're not trying to get pregnant and then are happy when you are and then tell you the baby isn't viable and that you need an abortion to save your life, but they won't consider performing one until it's too late and the sepsis takes over and now both you and your baby are dead.
So, basically the same thing with extra steps.
Yeah, with extra step, but I like being accurate, you know. I want people telling me I was lying.
What a mess. Weather D2N says, with the smiley, says, this is so hard to say because of YouTube. Being a chest fat haver, I only watch Kirsha and Rev, so I had to vote Rev for best banana bread because non-chest fat havers are always the best cooks in my life. Wow, it works. And YouTube censorship. There's 50.
That's
for
crazy that you can't say boobs.
Well, you can show them on the street on the show, which is great. At least the jiggle aspect of it.
That's true.
Let's get a quick update. Let's pull that real quick, Blabs, because I don't want to get Rev and Strawb in trouble here. All right.
You pull these out as soon as my wife leaves.
I know. All right. Let's get a quick update there, Phoenix, on our side scroller showdown of who Who creates the best banana bread? I feel I just by that I'm feeling it's a blowout here.
Well, there's still a half hour. Maybe let's go to the board. $326 to $1,179.96.
Y'all are crazy.
Wow.
Let me just say this. There is a thank you, Phoenix, for that. This is not the biggest blowout that we've seen in just a short amount of time. We did have a ridiculous blowout the other day that was a almost over $2,000 span between the two. It was stupid. So you should not feel bad, Rev, when it comes to
I know this is wholesome chungus, but like I enjoy all the support for you guys. Like
Wholesome chungus.
We are, listen, that's what this show is. It's wholesome chungus.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Speaking of that, listen, we've talked about how you guys have been labeled, and I've been holding on to this segment for a little bit. I think it actually ties in wonderfully with all this. I went on Reddit the other day on accident. I'm not a Reddit guy. I've never been a fan of going on Reddit. Here's the thing. I know a lot of people who have used Reddit who turned out to be freaking Looney Tunes, right? And it is their source for news. And to see how ideologically driven Reddit has become is insane. Now, I preface that to where I stumbled on Reddit the other day after last week I did a thing about, I did a reaction to the Greenland documentary I did at my previous stop, my previous brand. And in doing so, landed over on Reddit. And if you were to search Stuttering Craig and Reddit, you will find that everybody on that platform apparently just wants to know what the hell happened to me, right? We have this. This is 4 years ago. This is Stuttering Craig of Screw Attack has gone off the deep end. Okay.
What the heck?
Okay. This is sad because I grew up watching Screw Attack and used to love watching their top 10 videos, and I always thought Craig was funny, so I subbed to him when he got a YouTube channel. This is before Side Scrollers. But then a few months ago, he stopped doing videos on games and instead went posting nonsense rants videos about where he claimed were not political while promoting idiots like Joe Rogan. That was when I unsubbed from him, and his latest video got worse. He actually complained about how LGBTQ folks, by the way, extremely bigoted for not including the plus, folks, getting an entire month, and how the military needs more appreciation. Speaking as someone whose grandfather served in World War II, Craig can't miss me with that bullshit, and how companies that do rainbows should do camo patterns and blah, blah, blah.
This guy cares more about propaganda than his own family members.
Bingo.
That's crazy.
Yes.
That is crazy. And also, wow, crazy that a guy who's into video games and loves video games, once he sees his hobby getting encroached on by nothing but nonsense politics, starts talking about politics more. Oh my God, it's almost like there's cause and effect.
Yes. Let's continue about how bad I am here. Because by the way, I have multiple tabs open of people just complaining about me.
You.
He also still spouts the dangerous myth that COVID really only kills old and fat people, and he does his pathetic centrist "don't tell me how to live" nonsense and complains about people not wanting to be with him because he does not have pronouns on LinkedIn, which is utter nonsense.
That aged like milk.
I know. He calls this generation narcissistic, despite his video being the very definition of narcissism, as it's all about how uncomfortable the world makes him feel. He thinks people should, quote, find common ground more, and conveniently does not say anything at all about abortion, talking about how great and wide open Texas is. I tell you, if there's anyone that embodies white privilege perfectly, it's Craig. He acts like him being the same person since he started Screw Attack is a badge of honor and not a deeply unhealthy attitude. I've called him out on the comments in his videos in the past, and unsurprisingly, he blocked me, which I don't know, whatever, maybe I did. So much for him being tolerant of other people's viewpoints besides his own. The fact that he actually thinks he's not political and is spouting, quote, common sense shows that anyone's brain was broken by COVID. It's him. So I'm the broken one. Yeah.
You're so broken, Craig.
Yeah, man. That's
another person I just would love to use their face as toilet paper. Like, that's just another, just grinding as much as I can, just to really put it where it gets to deserve to be put, on their face.
Well, if you recall, last week we had a segment where we went down and we did the little red flags hit. And we could do the exact same thing where we go through that little paragraph of this guy spouting all this stuff and put just mark all of the propaganda points that he scored for this post here. And
can I just stop for a second? Like, because
yes.
this is important. Like, so, okay, like, even in this thing that he's like very angry at you, right? Mm-hmm. But like, you've not said anything bad about the gay community. You've not said anything bad about like if people got a vaccine or anything. You didn't say anything. You're just saying like, hey, I'd love to see the military get an equal, like month. Like that would be cool. Like you're really not saying anything here that's really hurtful. But man, the minute anyone just presses against their little agenda narrative, like they attack on you immediately. There's no gray. It's just black or white. You are either an ally or an enemy, the end. So if you're ever wondering if you're on the wrong side of history, when you behave like that, when there's no nuance of conversation and it's just sick 'em boys, you know that you're a useful idiot. And there's no way around it. You're a useful idiot.
The only person who I've said something bad about in the last little bit was David Jaffe. I think he's a shitty parent. So that's pretty much the only person. Because he transed his kid and all that stuff, and he has to live with that. We have more here from Reddit, the cesspool of common sense. Sure. What the fuck happened to Stuttering Craig? I used to watch him on Screw Attack so many years, but he seemed like a decent, tolerant person. But watching a bit of this live stream, look who is on it. Melanie Mack. Melanie Mack was on the show that day, and just the screenshot of this. I've been labeled apparently not a decent or tolerant person here. And that's really what it comes down to for a lot of these folks is I'm not, quote unquote, tolerant here. So we have this as well. When did Stuttering Craig become a quartering wannabe?
That's a low blow.
You want to be him?
Yeah, that's fucked up, man. That just
doesn't
may be
make
the
any
most fucked up.
sense. Where's your coffee company?
Yeah, but it's, oh my gosh, tangentially related to him being one of AVGN's first partners. I know, but he's going through his page as a trip right now. I guess at some point he realized nobody cares about his thoughts in video games anymore. I've got to admit, it's pretty hilarious to see a post of a clip of an interview with Dean Cain using an image of Christopher Reeve on the thumbnail and getting less than 3,000 views. Hey man, every viewer's a miracle, and I don't recall that. I'll need to go back and see if we put Christopher Reeve in the thumbnail, but so yeah, man, it's amazing. Now, this does fast forward now to somebody we've actually had on this show before who apparently went on a rant. I don't think about this person. I don't think about Rich from Review Tech on a day-to-day basis, month-to-month basis, really an annual basis, except for when he's tagged in things. Now, Rich is somebody who will tell you that I am a right-wing extremist and that I have been brainwashed. And he said so on a recent stream here talking about this. So I'd like to hear this real quick.
Fuck all these people, man. You know what I think of too, because they brainwash so many people with this whole right-wing movement. So if you have a career on YouTube being anti-woke, you are doing the bidding of a dead Zionist pedophile. Literally, that's what.
What?
Yes, please.
I think that's really weird to say, considering, like, if you don't have all of the beliefs of someone on the left, you're, like, immediately ejected. Whereas, like, I can talk with people that I disagree with, and as long as they're not, like, an anime racist, they're perfectly fine talking to me.
Well, yeah, it's he kind of went over and jumped the shark there right off the bat.
The whole fucking ocean, bro.
Yeah, here we go.
Literally, that's what he psyop this movement. The Quartering, Melanie Mack, Smash JT, Geeks and Gamers, Stuttering fucking stupid piece of shit grifter Craig. All of them.
I like how you got like the unique one out of all of them. That's awesome.
I know.
I
feel
know
like
your middle name was so long. Are you?
I know. And by the way, one
Where's the
singular
Jose in
word. One singular word, all lowercase.
That
stupid
should be in
fucking
the
grifter.
intro. That should be how you're announced.
I agree. I think we absolutely should. This is outstanding. Well, let's see where he goes with this. Maybe there's some logic to what he's saying. We'll see.
Stuttering fucking stupid piece of shit grifter Craig. All of them. You are doing Jeffrey Epstein's bidding. Bench it all.
I've got to see this connection.
I mean, like,
I know.
we all know.
Where is he going with this?
Have you guys seen some of the recent leaks, the recent files with Epstein, and how there's all these like screenshots of him trying to subvert people to become more transgender and all these things. Like, he was subverting in the other way. I don't know what anyone would try to claim, like, that he was trying to fund anti-woke content or like conservative content. That's like crazy.
It doesn't matter what I post on Twitter. Anytime I post something, there's between like 1 and 5 at minimum people being like, no one cares what you say, Kirsha, you support a pedophile. And every time I see it, I'm like, what the fuck are they talking? It's always Trump. It's always Trump. And I'm like, what the fuck are these people smoking, bro?
They are obsessed, like obsessed with Orange Man.
Welcome back.
Hello. Great to see you, Strawb. You made it just in time to see what a giant piece of shit I am.
No, I was watching. I was watching downstairs to make sure, like just a second ago, to see if you guys were, still going and everything. And I was like, oh, I have to come back for this.
Well, Strawb, I don't think you realize I'm really kind of shy about letting people know my middle name, but he actually laid it all out there, and since he already did it once again, I wanted to make sure that you're aware of my middle name as well.
Gamers, stuttering fucking stupid piece of shit grifter Craig, all of them. You are doing Jeffrey
Who
Epstein's
is this
bid.
guy?
Oh, this is Rich from Review Tech USA.
I'm not
have
familiar
no idea
with
who
Rich
that
from
is.
Review Tech USA.
The only good thing this man has ever done is the Exposed song.
What's
The
that?
Exposed.
Yeah.
Exposed.
Exposed. You've been exposed.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
well,
the
I've
best
never
song.
even heard that.
Oh, I'll pull it up.
well, no, you do that, we're gonna get flagged. Here we go. Let's continue.
No, we're not.
Benj, it all started because the psyops that Jeffrey Epstein began on 4chan. The people that have lost their minds and went down this road that I knew in my personal life that I'm no longer friends with. Granted, they're grown-ass people, but their brains got fucking cooked because of this. How much bullshit, some of it self-inflicted, admittedly, have I dealt with online because of this fucking movement? I hate all of these people. This is personal.
This guy's a fucking idiot. It's like, it's painful how fucking stupid he is. I don't even know what he said. Does he know what he said? Can anyone explain what this man just said? I don't
He's just
understand.
going in circles.
I cannot wait for Craig to start getting the comments that I've been getting the past few months. People have unironically been saying that I'm a psyop paid by government agencies to indoctrinate people to the right
I saw
wing.
that. I saw
I
that.
was like-
Actually, I've seen
I'm
that.
like, what the, where's my government? Where's my $7,000, Israel? Where's my phone call?
I've been
Yeah,
accused
I
of being funded
saw-
by Israel as well.
No, I
many
saw
times.
that Kershaw is funded by Israel. I've seen that like multiple times now.
It's actually crazy.
It's actually why I let Advance go, guys, because I'm
makes
actually
sense.
funded by those Israeli bucks, and it's just it's all you need at this point.
If you're gonna grift, why would you ever choose the right?
Yes!
Like that's where you're gonna get death threats. You're
I
gonna get
always
potentially a
say
bullet in your
this.
head. I don't understand. Just grift on the other side. It's much easier and you make more money.
Literally. And also on top of that, it's like I always say, like, if I'm a grifter, I'm the worst grifter in the world because I piss off everybody. Like, I make the right mad sometimes, I make the left mad a lot. I'm just the worst grifter ever, and it's because I'm not a grifter. I just say what I actually believe.
I have so many arguments with my chat, especially about dumb shit, because like I'm wrong about things. And it doesn't make any sense.
Well, I think here's the thing about Rich, which he has been on this show before, and he has gone. I feel sorry for Rich.
Why?
He's had some personal issues in his life, where his daughter has had some health issues and stuff. I know, but it's definitely
Craig
sent
is a
him
good
over.
person.
Well, I'm not trying to be.
Well, I'm not.
No, I'm not saying you're
But-
trying to be. I'm just saying, you can have empathy for someone and still also be like, criticize them and say it doesn't justify things.
Well, right. And that's the thing. I am empathetic towards his situation, not towards him as a person, right? Because I do think that Rich is broken. He's a broken dude who is just trying to scavenge for relevancy. He goes out of his way to complain about people and hope that we do exactly what we're doing right now, which is talk about it, right? But in reality is that it's funny to us, and to him it's very, very serious, as he said in the clip. To him he said it's very personal, right? And the reality is that I don't think about Rich at all on a day-to-day basis. And outside of Trump, we're the next tier down about people that he constantly rages about. And for that,
That's funny.
that sucks for him, man.
That
Sucks
is
for him.
sad.
Yeah.
Like, it's genuinely just sad.
I know.
Well, I mean, I hope his family life is fine, but as far as he is concerned, the man is absolutely out of his mind. Like, I don't even know what he just said. If you're saying something that batshit crazy and you don't recognize you're saying something that batshit crazy, you're gone. You're so far gone that there's no way coming back at that point. I don't understand that connection. He's saying that because of Mr. Epstein here, that he created the non-woke movement that all of us have ascribed to, and has nothing to do with just our personal feelings of watching the entertainment industry that we all know and loved turn to shit. That had nothing to do with it. It was a psyop planted in 4chan. Okay.
Actually, it's not a psyop, and you should be happy that that's happening. You're just a bigot who's angry
True.
that people with empathy are actually doing something for the world.
Good point. I need to do better.
Thank you.
Educate yourself.
Man, that was one of the things that I've talked about this on the show, but that phrase, you talk about triggering phrases, that's one of the most triggering phrases to me is people go, why don't you educate yourself? I go back to 2020 again, where look, 2020, it changed me for sure. It woke me the fuck up. Yeah, absolutely. And I go back to 2020, going back to the old business partner and how he wanted me to apologize to a bunch of like 20-something white liberal women who wanted my head. And their response was, whenever I talked to them was, well, you need to educate yourself. I was like, go fuck yourself.
It's not my job to educate you. You need to do that yourself. And I feel like if anybody didn't wake up during 2020, and if they didn't wake up during Charlie Kirk, they're not someone who's reachable.
No. And
speaking of reachable, I need to reach a pile of clothes because I need to head out for an appointment. I'm sorry for leaving early today. Thank you for having me on. I appreciate it. I hope you guys have a great rest of the show. I'm going to go make an appointment. Thank you. Have a good rest of your day, everyone.
Kirsha, thank you very much.
Bye, Kirsha.
All right.
Thank you.
As Kirsha says goodbye with her banana bread, let's get an update real quick on the banana bread. Strawb,
Babe, it's a landslide.
It may not be the way you want it, Strawb. We'll see.
It is what it is.
Let's find out. Let's find out what it is here. All right, what do we got?
Fingers crossed. Let's see here. It's $331.09 versus $1,184.96. So still some hope in there somewhere.
There's still time.
There's still time, ladies and gentlemen. Still
Get it
time.
going, ladies and gentlemen.
It's quite possibly. Sorry,
Yikes.
I'm all the way away from my microphone now.
You know what? I blame Jeffrey Epstein on this one. That's who I blame. For his 4chan post. That's what did it. Mm-hmm. Did it again.
Wow.
He's behind the great banana bread bake off.
Well, Marmalin is going to try to help us out here. He says, stuttering fucking stupid piece of shit, Grifter Craig. Is that your full name? I knew it. Yes, Marmalin. Now you know. Thank you for that. Devastair says, I'm not your handler, folks. Thanks, Devastair, with the $66. Weather came back, says, Rev for banana bread again. There's 50 for banana bread for Rev.
All right.
Says, you're getting political, so I'll bring it up again. Rev and Kirsha, can you guys bring up the kidnapping of Native American girls? It's like you guys will use us as a defense, but do you even know what you're doing? What's going on with that?
I have no idea. I could not tell you.
Hey, this is a shocking statement, which will get me canceled. Don't go fucking kidnapping people.
True.
It doesn't matter.
I stand by that.
Yeah, I don't think anyone should do that.
I hate to be the opposing side on
Oh,
this.
okay. Yes, Phoenix. Thank you very much. We also have why Karanet came in says with that. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Is that some leet speak? I don't know.
You want to just throw it to Rev and Straw?
Yeah.
Oh, correct.
How much is that amount?
What's that?
Yeah.
What does that amount equal to?
That was 50, isn't it?
Oh, it's 50? Okay.
Czechoslovakian monies.
We'll just give it to them.
I
We'll
did.
just give it. Yeah.
Thank you. All right, let's go ahead and move on real quick. And I know that Strawb, how you doing on time?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm here forever now.
Oh, hooray!
You can't get rid of me.
Yes, I love it. All right, I wanted to get to this next thing. Blabs, did you move something out of the
Yeah,
run
I
sheet?
thought we were ending because we still have to do gaming history, and I thought we were going with Kirsche for that. So I can move it back if you'd like. What would you like to do?
I want the
Grocery
Jim Breuer
stores?
video. I want the
Okay.
Jim Breuer video.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Here
Okay.
you go.
Are you guys familiar with Jim Breuer?
No,
Mhm.
I don't know
Very
who that
slightly.
is.
Comedian was also on Saturday Night Live. Half
Yes.
Baked, you may know him from.
Yes.
The only half baked I know is the Ben and Jerry's ice cream.
So this is Jim Breuer. Let's see if you recall this guy. I saw this video today, and I wanted to kind of get back to that. Does this guy look familiar to you guys at all? He played Goat Boy. He was in Half Baked, the
No.
movie in the 90s. Okay. Well, he has his own YouTube channel. It's 500,000 subscribers. He does a show on a day-to-day basis. A lot of people tune in. Now, he talks about how he says this is bigger than you realize here. Now, he's been in Hollywood for a long time. Now, what is bigger than you realize? Well, we can use this AI video here to summarize it very well here. We are, of course, speaking of the Epstein nonsense here. And Phoenix, you pulled this video up here, and you were talking about this is like everybody who's allegedly been associated with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's this person is pointing out that they believe he is associated with all these different people. You're seeing every like iconic moment and celebrity or politician, and it's just him through time and his potential influence or his touch on things across all landscapes, political and culturally. They did a great job of this. It's terrifying. We have the music off. If you watch the original, the music is actually really perfect with it.
So he went from the NBA to TMZ to Bill Gates. I mean, by the way, this is very good production right here.
Yeah, it's one long 2-minute, 41-second take. And he goes with everybody. Really, really fascinating.
Okay, all the way to the Dalai Lama, huh?
Yeah.
Well, this is bizarre to watch, and it's honestly very scary to watch. But with that said, we know that all this is... Look, the Epstein files have been nuts, just silly to look at. Oh my God, I don't even like this. Is so fucking weird. But let's go back to the Jim Breuer video here, and this is what I wanted to talk about. Jim Breuer has been in Hollywood for a long time, and in this video, we're gonna watch a few minutes of it because he thinks that whatever we know right now, it's going to get considerably worse before it gets better. Let me just kind of get y'all's reaction to this as we play it.
Speaking of the Matrix, I'm not touching the files. I'm not touching the Epstein files. And I'll tell you why. Everyone and their mother, you haven't seen nothing yet. That's number one. And this is all part of the circus. Why are they releasing part of it, not all of it? You know how many of these images that I saw personally many years ago? And you know how many times I sat there and I watched people watching certain TV shows and have a clueless. Like my kids would watch TV. They used to watch Ellen DeGeneres, right? And I'd go, you ever notice, I go, you know what Epstein's Island? You ever notice her background set looks just like the island? And they're like, Dad, you're such a conspiracy theorist. Every conspiracy theorist out there right now, all I'm going to say is, if you never believed in them, you better start talking to them, because the ones that already knew about this, I'm telling you right now, this is just wave number one. I don't know what they got lined up, but I'll tell you this. You okay over there? I'm just going to tell you this. From my standpoint, I've been praying to God for a very long time that humanity will start to be aware of this, no matter how horrifying it's going to be. In my honest opinion, it's about time that some humanity understands pure demonic evil truly exists, and it's in your society, and it's your politicians, left, right, Republican, Democrat, liberal, conservative, all of them, they're not your heroes. They're not your heroes. You're rock stars. You're not your heroes. You're athletes, the owners. You haven't seen, this is you're just getting the tip of an iceberg. And I'm not sure if some of you are ready for what's about to come. And this is what gets exhausting sometimes.
All right, we're going to stop that there, right there for a second. I have a number of questions. Actually, I would love to hear your thoughts on this. Then I'll get to my thoughts on it.
Well, I think the Ellen thing is crazy, by the way. Like the set thing. I remember seeing that years ago, and also there's like this like marking on some of their clothing that like they're all wearing. It's like very, very it's been out there for so long. And now like we're getting like the slow kind of trickle of everything. That's the part that always blows my mind, that like this is like only a small snippet of what's going on here. And people really like, if there's those kind of like wake up moments, this should be obviously a wake up moment for everyone, that this is so systemic and involves so many powerful people from every single corner of the elites. And it's just, yeah, it just blows my mind. It's only going to get worse.
Yeah, just seeing everything he just said, and like it's just, he's so right though about like it's not just one side. Like these people are not our heroes. These people are not good. Like the truth is, and I feel like a lot of people know this, but like you don't get that high up in the world. Most people, I would say, maybe not everyone, but I would say a lot of people, you don't get that high up in all these different places without having any skeletons in your closet, without having bad things happen. And I don't know. I just, it's not good.
Phoenix, you think you're a fan of Breuer? Your thoughts on what he was saying? You think that this is just the tip of the iceberg?
Oh, well, I mean, as far as that stuff is, yeah, I mean, listen, pretty much, I mean, having been in that industry, and I'm not saying I was some super high up, but even on my smaller levels, you certainly saw some things that you were not too thrilled of. And by the way, that's why I left, one of the reasons. And you saw it everywhere. And one of the things you know about a lot of these people, these celebs and stuff like that, is you start to really realize what they were willing to do to get their success. And if you understand like the depravity and the things that they were willing to do to get that success, then you understand very easily how much they're willing to hold on to that power and say whatever is needed to be said so that they continue to stay there. These are actors. Many of them are actors. So believe it or not, it's interesting to see that, yes, they can act and say shit they don't believe in and really espouse that because they want to hold on to that power. When you realize that, and I've got friends in the music business who say the exact same thing, that they've actually even told me even more horrific stories about those groups of people. So this is a bunch of really low self-esteem narcissists in a power-hungry, driven market, which is afforded with tons of money, the parties that you're going to, the means of which the opportunities you have for depravity is really high up because it's behind closed doors. These are not typically good people, I would say, on average. I've not met many good people, so none of this is surprising. And do I think that we've just scratched the surface? I think this is just 0.0001% of the shit that we're going to probably hopefully find out one day. But yeah, no, you make sure people in the industry are not your heroes, because most of them will 100% let you down and actually shock the living hell out of you too.
Well, a lot of people have been talking about the Grammys, and they talk a lot about the Billie Eilish thing. I just thought, like, I look at that room, this circle jerk of the elites there in California. That room at the Grammys is probably the most depraved and disgusting group of human beings you'll ever see, pretty much. Like, you could pluck people out of a prison and they may not be as evil as these people. And it is there's no way some of these people make it to the point that they do and have the opportunities they do without having to do some horrific and disturbing things, whether it happens to them or they do it to others. Like that's the lengths all of this goes is what really just unsettles me.
So I actually want to continue this video because he goes in a little bit deeper on that specifically. I'm gonna speed this up just a little bit because he goes into he calls names out, which is interesting here. One person in particular.
When you know this, and you tell it to people, and because they don't want to, they ask and they don't want to hear that information after they ask it because it's too much for them. They'll lash out at you and they'll call you a name, or they'll call you a whack job, or they'll call you a conspiracy, or a stoner, or you're just whatever they want to call you. You know what it's like seeing tweets? You know, years ago, I'd see certain comedians put out tweets talking about pedophilia and talking about, you know, Christy Teigen, she put right out there tweets. She took them all down. Tweets that she basically telling you what she's into. This has been going on in your face for so long. And this is why I tell you it's all noise. The ICE, we're for ICE, we're against ICE. It's all manufactured, folks, to keep your eyes off of what they're going over here. You know, are you going to protest now? What are you going to do now? Just get angry and upset? What are you doing? What are you going to do with this information? Is anyone going to protest for children? Is anyone going to storm to the White House and drag people out of there? Is anyone going to start organizing and saying, we're taking over the world now? What are you going to do about it? Or are we still worried about left and the right and the Democrats and the Muslims? And it's all just well-planned, designed to take your morality out of you. You better get right with God, man. That's your only hope. I don't care what you said. And I'm not religious. I'm not what you call born again. I'm telling you, you better get right with God, love, consciousness, whatever it is, because you have no clue what's on the way. And until you tap out of this madness of watching the television, and did anyone watch the Oscars? Was it the Oscars? What was on? The great.
Before he gets to that, Strawb, I'm sure you can speak to what he's saying a little bit. About getting right with God?
I mean, as someone who I do identify as a born again Christian, but I mean, you know, whatever I get what he's saying. And I mean, it's true. Like whenever you look, and I haven't looked too deeply into the Epstein files, if I'm being honest, because I truly believe that it is so evil and disgusting. And I don't think, and just like with all these other things that we see every day on the internet, whether it's another shooting video, whether it's another, like whatever it is, like it's not good for us and like our souls. I don't feel like to be seeing that all the time. Like it's not good for us. You know what I mean? But it does show that there is evil in the world. I do believe that demons walk among us genuinely, and I believe there is real evil in this world. And yeah, I'm just saying, he's not wrong when he says you need to get right with God, because this is not good.
Yeah. Well, he continues, and he specifically talks about Chrissy Teigen, and she was in that exact same shot of the whole F-ICE thing. She's in the background, like seal clapping, and she's listed in the file. Like the whole thing is a mess. It's disgusting, and it really speaks to a lot of the issues that we're seeing in society. And he said something in there that resonated with me. This idea of when I was told the story the other day about how I was talking to my wife about this, and when you say some of the things that are in these files, you sound like a freaking lunatic. You're like, well, this happened, and this apparently, and this person's listed in it. And by the way, did you know blah, 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 blah. And these are major entertainment people. And my wife's like, what are you talking about? Like, she's just a normie. She has no idea. She doesn't follow this stuff online. And you sound like a wacko. You sound like a conspiracy theorist. But I just go back to a decade ago, the idea of somebody saying, hey, there's a giant celebrity pedophile ring out there. You would have been like, what the hell are you talking about, man? That's the most insane thing you've ever heard in your life. And here you go. Bada bing, bada boom. Jeffrey Epstein on a plate. And
that was like
yesterday.
I was doing some research for some Microsoft related gaming news and stuff. And I was going over to Strawb, and I'm like, I just kind of like saw this stuff on Bill Gates in the files, and that he was, Jeffrey Epstein wrote him an email basically saying, like, you're asking too much from me. You had me go out and get these antibiotics for STDs you got from sleeping with Russian girls. and you try to secretly give it to your wife.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this sounds insane. Like if you just said like, oh yeah, I heard about that. They'd call you a conspiracy theorist, but now like, I don't know. Reality is a lot more insane.
And seeing
than
like
you ever think.
seeing the pizza comments, like we saw that one about the Maddie Ziegler apparently was like featured in it from Dance Moms, and they were talking about her in some video, and then they start talking in a reply email, and they're like, yeah, the pizza party was great, by the way.
There was
and
over 300 mentions of pizza in these emails.
And then I look over to Rev and I'm like, pizza party? Because I'm kind of dumb, okay? I'm like, why are they talking about
No,
pizza?
you're sweet.
And he's like, it doesn't actually mean pizza. And I was like, I was kind of confused, like, why did they just start talking about their pizza party? Like, that's so disturbing.
If you are, I said this the other day, if you're past the age of like 13, you probably shouldn't be having pizza parties. You know, like you shouldn't be emailing folks being like, we're going to have a great pizza party. You know, it's
do you think billionaires are like the elite are talking about pizza parties over emails? Like seriously.
Also, I didn't even think about that. But yeah, these people are like rich. They're going to have a Domino's pizza party. Like, right. Uh-huh.
Yes. All right, man. Oh man. Something that is reasonable is banana bread. And everybody loves banana bread.
You're making me really want some banana bread right now.
Well, maybe you can cook it, as DB Wild put together this sweet little animation of you guys battling it out in the kitchen. Look at this.
It's so cute.
Look at you guys go.
That is amazing.
Yeah, there you go. That's wonderful. So thank you so much, DB Wild, for that. That is excellent right there. Look at your little tail there, Strawb. That's nice.
You let them cook.
That's adorable.
That's great. Awesome. Some other support over here, guys. Thank you very much for the support. Speaking of banana bread, let's go ahead and get to it's about that time. I think it's time to call it here, Phoenix. You think so?
Yeah, unless there's some miracles. Yeah, I think we probably could call it.
Okay. All right,
here we go. Final numbers.
Count for the Side Scroller Showdown today. The banana bread baking competition between Rev and Strawb versus Kirsha.
Kirsha. Yep, here we go. 431.09 versus 1189.96. Kirsha seems to be the winner, taking on the dynamic duo and overcoming it. So congratulations to Kirsha.
I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah. Thanks to all the people that support us.
Correct.
Well, I do want to add 25 more from Video Gamer right there to Kirsha. Here.
Go to Kirsha.
Yeah. And then 5 more from Disternaut. Says, Fox Wife for life. Kirsha, please collab with It's a Gundam more often. Last night was a blast. That poop bucket, though. I don't want to hear about the poop bucket, but yes, the updating totals. Thank you very much for that, Phoenix. And thank you very much for your insane support today. That is wonderful. The banana bread will be purchased in celebration of. All right, we do have like just a couple. Do you guys have a couple more minutes we can do today in gaming history?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's do it. It's time for today in video game history.
Today in gaming history with Blabs.
I like orange.
She sure does, folks.
I think I might have one later. They're really good. I got them from California. So good. Anyway, February 5th, everybody, Paper Mario was released in 2001. You have Devil May Cry 4 released in 2008. And listen, I know, the Riri Retarded Dragon. Anyway, Pokemon Bank was released in 2014. Here we go. There you have it.
Why'd you put Pokemon Bank on the list?
Now that's the question. What was the Pokemon Bank about?
Yeah.
Apparently, it's an app.
Okay.
But you chose it. That's going to be interesting. Let's see the rest of the list. I want to try and get to your brain and why you chose Bank.
It was like a thing for the 3DS.
Some noticeable games that
I
you
saw
missed
Pokemon,
today.
I was like, yeah.
Okay.
Here on February 5th, the year of our Lord 2026, Blabs, you missed the Guardian Legend for the NES. Phoenix, that was I would say it's a biggie.
Yeah.
It's definitely a game that had a cult following.
You're done. That's it.
Okay,
no more.
sorry.
Harvest Moon 64. Released in Japan in 1999. Blabs, you will probably get canceled by somebody on the internet for that.
That's fine.
That's
it's
rough.
a day that ends in Y.
Let's see. We got Yu-Gi-Oh! World Championship 2004. You did mention Devil May Cry 4,
Mm-hmm.
which, God, that's funny. Going back, and I have a video about Devil May Cry 4 when it was released from a long time
How
ago.
about the Spider-Wick Chronicles, huh?
How about that?
You're lucky I didn't put that one in. The
What
music's
is
really
that?
good from the movie. It's based on a movie and a book series and everything. But yeah,
Oh.
the music's pretty good in the movie.
Yeah, I
Okay.
never played the game, but I liked the movie and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Turok.
Yeah, the
The
revival of
reboot.
Turok again
Sucked.
didn't do much. Although, did you see they just announced a new one on? I saw it on Twitch today. It actually looks not bad.
Did they really?
Yeah, new Turok.
Okay, interesting. Some other noticeable games. Demon Souls was
boy.
released for the PlayStation 3 blabs.
Yeah,
but
but,
17 years ago.
how about Pokemon Bank?
Yeah, but how about Pokemon Bank here?
Oh,
This list is making me feel really old.
bank
I
on a
know.
C grade. Oh boy.
Gosh. Tenchu was released for the
Bless
Wii
you.
here.
Ooh,
Thank you.
Dead Space 3 as well.
Yes, Dead Space 3 was released 13 years ago in 2013. Sly Cooper, Thieves in Time, released for the PlayStation 3 and Vita 13 years ago. Oh, but yes, Pokemon Bank was
Yeah.
released for the
In 3D.
That's
Thank
right.
God.
Rev Strawb, any games you've seen on the list right here that you'd like to talk about right off the bat? Anything as we,
I absolutely loved Paper Mario and the next game after that. But that's the thing, 2001?
I just have to
Oh
say
my
the games at the very bottom that were just released today are fascinating titles.
Oh, we'll get to those in just a minute. Yes, I did see those.
As
Demon
for
Souls.
me, yeah, I'm not familiar.
Okay, all right. Well, we need to get you, Strawb. We need to get you playing some Demon Souls for the PlayStation 3.
She was
You'll
also
slowly
like
want
she was
to.
like a baby when it came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a baby when a lot of these came out.
All right. We have, let's see, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 11 years ago. Oh, let's see. We also have Mom Crush Hidden Hotel Love Story. Okay, hold on. You're going to put this game on the Nintendo. And by the way, Sugar Daddy Crush Hidden. This is like Pokemon Red and Red.
I
and-
guarantee you, it's the
green.
exact same thing as the freaking farm girl, farm boy turn into anime thing that I tried playing on the Nintendo Switch, and it's absolutely horrific. It's the same thing.
But I just don't understand how a game like these games can be released on the Switch when they won't release The Great Rebellion on Switch.
Because sex and degeneracy totally fine, but don't have a political opinion.
Right?
That's pretty much it.
Okay.
So don't forget they were censoring. Wasn't it Dispatch they were censoring on the Switch too? So it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
They censored nudity on it.
Wowie zowie. We do have an update on your AI baking competition real quick. Thank you very much for DB Wild for putting this together. Once again, I will gladly sacrifice all my money for RAM to continue to skyrocket in price as we continue to get this greatness here. Let's get another baking video here. Let's see what you're baking this time. Let's find out. Looks like kind of looks like macaroni and cheese or something. But now you guys have teamed up together, so that's very nice. Strawb, does that make you happy?
Wholesome. Yeah, I like it.
That's good. That's wonderful. We need to. I'll tell you this. I've had this vision of a video. I want to make like an NBA Jam or some sort of game like that, just with YouTubers and VTubers. I think that'd be so much fun. Or maybe we do a VTuber baking competition. I love that. That'd be
Hey, I'm
super-
down.
I have no doubt. No doubt. All right. Is that all we got today? I think so. I think that's everything. Is that right, Blabs? Do we have anything else on our run sheet that we need to get to?
Nope.
Okay. You know what we do need to get to is a reminder that coming up in just about 45 minutes, I am sitting down and watching The Wizards Director Cut with Cecil. In 45 minutes from now, I need y'all to join us over on Side Scrollers Plus. Join for free, friends. Use promo code FREE and watch with us. I want record viewership today watching California and seeing how good the Power Glove. It's so bad. Look, I need you guys to join us over there. Once again, use promo code FREE. Join us on Side Scrollers Plus. Watch The Wizard Director's Cut in about 45 minutes. I look forward to doing that. And we would like to thank you, Rev and Strawb, and obviously Kirsha, for joining us today on this wonderful VTuber special.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
very
it was
happy to be
fun.
here.
Also,
Very
I just
fun
want
as
to say, when
always.
you said the wizard earlier, at first I thought you were talking about like the Wiz, like or like Wizard of Oz. I was very confused. It's definitely not what you're watching, but it looks
No.
great. So you guys should go watch that. Use code free. And
Thank
thank
you,
you guys
thank
for
you.
Look at the
having
promo.
us.
Wow, she's a professional.
Yeah, I got you. But
That's
yeah,
wonderful.
thank you guys, and we'll see you. We'll see you again soon.
Yes, I think that's really great, and I would like to watch the Diana Ross, Michael Jackson '70s classic, The Wiz, sometime as we whiz on down the road. Anybody? Does
Yeah, I
anybody?
thought that's
yeah.
what you were talking about at first.
That's right. Phoenix, do you ever watch that movie?
I do. I love whizzing on the road. That's what I do.
I have no doubt. All right, guys, thanks so much for your support. Once again,
Awesome.
go check out our sponsor, Zippix. The link is in the description for you guys to check out. And make sure you go check out Strawb and Rev's channel, obviously Kirsch's as well. Links to all them down below. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you guys in about 45 minutes watching The Wizard over on Side Scrollers Plus. Use promo code FREE. But until then, we're back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central Time when we're joined by...
A very dark and real-life fake wizard for the first time.
Oh, that should be an interesting show. Looking forward to that. So join us tomorrow. Make sure you hit the subscribe button on your way out. Hit the thumbs up button as well. We appreciate you guys popping in, allowing us to be a part of your life, and you guys being a part of ours. But until then, people are going to try to keep you down. Don't let them. You guys got a goal. Go get it. See you guys later. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Fatality.
Oh. Straub's like, I'm out.